Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a showcase race showing off the new version of Jets of Time, where we're going to be showing off Chrono Sanity mode. This is a new mode that takes what is normal and flips it on its head. Instead of all the key items being held behind bosses, key items can now be anywhere in the world. And I just see now that we're having a bit of technical difficulty on the race. So we're going to get that display sorted out here very shortly. But all key items can be scattered anywhere about the world. There's 183 different checks. You need to find a certain set of items to be able to complete the game. You're either going to be looking for the ruby knife, the dreamstone, and the gate key to go through Chrono Lair, Ocean Palace, and go fight Lavos. You could be looking for the pendant, the chrono trigger, and the clone, and you'll get to go through Black Omen and fight Zeal 2. Or you can get both parts of the Massive Moon, find Frog, defeat Magus, and go through Ocean Palace and fight Lavos in that direction. Seeing in chat already, what's a good estimate here? Probably in the 2-hour time frame. A normal Jets of Time seed takes about an hour and a half. I want to say most of these runs have been averaging about 2 hours. But depending on how crazy the seeds get, they can go a bit long.
Also, to start to kind of introduce the people, I am Taco Hero. This is Corinth that you've been hearing. Our runners today are moonblizzard, akuheish, proccy, and dipwood. And this has been new to some of these runners, and some of moonblizzard and proccy have gotten quite a bit of experience, so we're definitely going to be seeing some varied strategies here.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race. One of the nice parts about having something this open and randomized, that means all of the overworld chests are now possible key items. All of the little zones that we never see, like the is going to be a thing. And the stream died?
It looks that way for now, but I'm sure we'll get that up and running again shortly.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that there are chests that are not part of it, and generally, if the area can disappear, then you do not have you cannot have key items in there, such as the desert, because once you complete that quest, there is no way of going back to it.
All right. I don't know that they can hear us right now.
We'll see. Why don't you let us know in chat if you can hear us.
Chat, if you can hear us, let us know, because right now we're seeing some DOS letters.
Okay, they can hear us.
That's good.
I should mention that we have a third commentator with us. My daughter decided she didn't want to go to sleep, so we've got little Taquito with us as well.
All praise the little Taquito. All right, so while they're finishing getting the cropping redone again, I'm hoping that we get to see a lot of route divergence. One of the nice things about having a very open world is that people can go in completely different directions. It's fun as a runner because you know that you're taking your route. You have no idea what route anyone else is taking. It's fun as a viewer because you get to see where everything is and know where people are making good decisions or not. But it's also very difficult to tell who's in the lead at any given point in time.
It can be very difficult. It's going to be so interesting to see that if there's going to be anybody that makes a ballsy play to go somewhere completely unexpected. Somebody might just decide, you know what, Ozzy's Fort. That's what my gut is telling me right now. It's got some challenging boss fights. It's got some great loot in there. It could hold the secret to the go mode that nobody else is going to check, because there's such a wide variety of areas that you can go. Starting paths are also going to be quite different, because you see a lot of people in regular jets going to check for different tabs, going to see what's in Snail Stop and the Carpenter, maybe going to pick up a quick fight in Hecarim Cave or the shop in Medina Village. But here we're going to be seeing people entering the mayor's house. We're going to be seeing people just pick up every overworld map chest that they can. Some people still might go into desert just to get some early loot, because you can get every single one of those treasures, almost every single treasure, without fighting anybody. So we're going to see a lot of route divergence right from the get-go, which is what I think is the most exciting thing.
Agreed. Just in terms of numbers, at the very start of the game, there are 14 different chests plus 2 additional key items, being the carpenter check and the snail stop, that can all be checked prior to you setting foot in any dungeon. And then our normal starting dungeon is usually the cathedral in 600 AD. It's got another 15 checks in there. And out of that 30 checks, you might find 1 key item, but it also means you've got 30 pieces of loot to make your starting characters that much stronger and makes other parties more viable than what you might see in a normal Jets run.
So if you were going to be able to pick your own fun Chrono Sanity seed, what would you want to see right away, Corns? What are we hoping to see that's going to be different than most other races?
That's a good question. I would like to start with Magus, I think, just to have someone with decent attack power. And I would like to find either the gate key or the pendant somewhere in the overworld just to open up a little bit and possibly get magic early. But I've only done 3 or 4 seeds, and I will say the factory, which we normally ignore, is an area that I have found go mode in all this Chrono Sanity seeds I've done. Every one of them has been the factory.
I think one of my favorite things that I'm hoping to see is I want to see an ultra buffed frog going into the ruins to get the extra power up, and because that's actually potential go modes. Those are real checks there. You might have to go there to get a go mode. So I'm really hoping to see the ruins with a buffed up frog today.
Yeah, that's true. One of the this is also the release date, not only of Chrono Sanity, also the Balls Randomizer, which we are not doing today. That was done last week. It's also the release of what has been the Jets of Time beta, which means all the new changes have come in. Frog has been buffed. The Masamune 2 has been renamed the Grand Leon. It is findable as a quote-unquote key item. It replaces the tools, but that means Frog can find his best weapon in the game just kind of laying out in the overworld today. The Hero Medal has been buffed so that Frog is stronger. The Hero Medal, in addition to giving a boosted crit rate, now also gives Prism Specs and Auto Barrier.
And I think one of the most important changes, if we haven't mentioned it yet, ladies and gentlemen, Jets of Time version 3.0 is currently live on the Jets of Time Discord, as well as a website instead of having to directly download from GitHub. You can go to a web page that will generate seeds for you. Currently live. We can do it all. We made it much easier. I'm taking credit, even though I had 0 to do with that effort. I'm taking some credit for it.
And now everyone in the Brothers throw that up in chat because it's out there and it's not part of our normal commands, but it's there now.
Big thank you to Angwero for getting that website put up, because there was a while that I wasn't able to generate seeds. That's right, baby girl. Angwero did a great job. I agree.
Yes. We are waiting a couple minutes. They are going to try and fix our trackers for us so the trackers are actually readable and not phasing into people's screens. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay as we get started. But hopefully soon we will get the race underway and see where this turns out. I'm trying to think of other major changes that came with the 3.0 release. Ayla has been nerfed a little bit. The triple kick was a bit too strong. So it has been dropped just a tiny bit.
And one of the other flags, I don't know if you mentioned it, is the balanced text.
That's right.
Balanced text, meaning that your most powerful spells, such as Flare, Dark Matter, Confuse, all those alter things that you want to get right away, it's still possible. It's just not very likely. Your worst spells, you're likely to get first. Your best spells, you're likely to get last. It is still technically randomized, but it's definitely weighted not in your favor.
Right. It is a weighted randomization now on that. So the odds of, oh, I got Luca at the start of the game, and I'm going to cast Flare for the next 2 hours and not see a single other attack are now very slim.
Then you're also going to be missing out on those things. If you, again, Luca is just the go-to screen wipe powerhouse. You're not going to start off with Fire 2 and Triple Kick, very likely. You might be able to, but it's probably not happening.
And technically, I mean, Fire 2, Ice 2, Lightning 2, Water 2 on Frog, they're mid-range techs. So they can show up early, so you might get a little bit of AoE clear. You're just not as likely to get the big ones. See, then again, if you get Magus, every one of his attacks is an AoE clear almost.
Magus has no bad spells now. Every single thing, because we've gotten rid of Black Hole. It has been replaced with Anti-Life. So no matter what spell, I mean, your worst spell is Magic Wall. And that's still pretty going to have its uses. It just won't do damage. Everything else is a good spell for Magus.
Yeah, Anti-Life has replaced Black Hole. It kills Magus, but it deals dark matter levels of damage to a single target that's non-elemental, which means it's a viable thing to use on left bit Lavos, right bit Lavos, middle of Zeal 2, so long as you have a way to... yeah.
Sorry, but my daughter's going to bed. I figured that was worth interrupting.
Yes, it is. But no, Anti-Life is good if you have a good way to get Magus revived, such as, I don't know, finding a Green Dream, having Marl in your party to cast Life 2 every turn.
Or just having, like, in Pokemon, you had that one character that was just there to use HMs. Now you have a character that's there to just use revives on Magus.
Anti-Life is a new creation. It's not from anything that existed. It uses a negative palette swap of the Life 2 animation.
It is a different take on that. Yes, that is a good way of putting it. We're still trying to get these issues solved. Oh, did that do it?
That fixed it where I can at least now see the stream.
I don't see DOS text anymore.
Yes, I think they were still going to be working on the display for the items, but we might go ahead and have people get started because I know that we were under a bit of a time crunch. I think
the sooner the better for me, because this could take a while, and I still got school in the morning.
Let me go check, make sure the runners are good. Oh, no, all the runners have said they are waiting for the restream refix. So that means we have more time to discuss Jets of Time changes and what exactly Jets of Time is.
Some of the other changes that we haven't mentioned that are not currently being used in there but are available. We do have randomized shop prices now where prices can go just absolutely wild. Normally, ethers are 80 gold, which is why you should always buy 99 of them at the very beginning. But now they might be like 25,000 a piece, which means you can't afford them. But if you find them out in like those cheap chests, because Denadaro is going to be loaded with ethers, now they sell for 12,500. So You got awesome random prices, and you also have zero cost shops, meaning everything is free.
We also have tab sanity, where every treasure chest in the game, instead of holding an item, holds a tab. So power tabs, magic tabs, speed tabs, get everyone's stats up to 99. It's totally fine.
See, what I was really hoping is that we would do a tab sanity, chrono sanity, so that everything is a tab except for 15 chests that hold the key items.
Ooh. The tabs have been changed. Power tabs, instead of giving just one power, now give either 3, 5, or 7 power.
Or one.
Or one.
I think
magic
they can still give one.
tabs, I think
You're just
magic tabs
unlucky.
do 1, 2, or 3 magic. Speed tabs are still just 1 speed, but that's because the maximum speed is 15.
I think that's a coward's excuse. I want to see speed exceed that. Take the speed cap off. 99 speed. What would that? But just mashing it as fast as possible couldn't get the damage off in time. You need like one of those turbo controllers. I will say, I have played Tab Sanity, and the odds of you finding a speed tab are much lower than power and tab, or power and magic. So you're not going to be getting star speed for every character, but at least 2 is pretty likely.
Angrel, who's helped with some of the coding, is saying the speed tabs only have a 5% chance of showing up, so it's much rarer to get a speed tab than it is to get a power or magic tab, which is great. But it also means that, I mean, having tab sanity means that you're going to have Chrono with a wooden sword possibly the entire game, hitting things for 900 damage.
Do we have any other more of those changes? I think we've pretty much gone through.
I think we've covered
everything.
the big list.
Yeah. Well, that was echoey.
I heard someone speaking.
Going to be using the rocks, it is always enjoyable to see the rocks getting used. I've never personally had a seed that I've actually had the rocks going, and that was the difference maker. However, I have seen it swing a race completely.
Oh, I totally have too.
I think you experienced it.
I did experience it. Curse the blue rock. All right, I see that the trackers have been resized. We will finally be able to actually see items that get tracked, I think. There's some odd shadowing going on, but I think it will work.
I think it's good enough. I think that the background doesn't quite match the new items yet. And the new tracking changes. I wonder if the old background was just a whole image.
I'm going to cheat and I'm going to test something. I don't know how long it takes to actually update.
Moonblizzard's already found the jerky. He hasn't even started. That guy's cheating. Someone kick Moon.
Okay, yeah, all right. So it does light up. Good. Now, how do I reset it? Someone else figured out how to reset it. Good. Thanks, Azur. Azur is our tracker, by the way, tonight. He is the person with the unfortunate task of trying to keep track of 4 people going in 4 different directions like cats.
And he's going to have to deal with me misleading him by yelling out random items being found when they're not actually being found. Just how well is he paying attention?
Oh, that's rough. Don't do that to him.
We got to keep it interesting. Got to make sure he's staying awake if I have to stay awake.
All right, looks like the runner's ready. I'm going to get ourselves going.
Yeah, let's get this going. I think we've held off long enough.
We've stalled all that we can stall.
Moon's getting
so
impatient.
Good luck to all the runners. We are getting ready to go away with Chrono Sanity, a nice showcase of what's new in Jets 3.0. Again, that is now downloadable off of our Discord, or there is a website. I'm sure about 8 different people are waiting to send out that website link again.
And again, I will take credit and none of the blame.
Remember, when it breaks, blame tacos.
Now we're off and we see a Magus and a Marl as our first 2 characters. Which means that Magus is going to be extremely important for balanced text because he's got just loads and loads of good text. A wide AoE, not board wipes. I've been playing too much Magic the Gathering lately. Screen wipes.
Yeah, he has the most access to them because 6 of his texts are full screen AoEs now.
And that's right, Nova Dragoon pointing out we've got the anti-life Life 2 combo right here. Magus kills himself and Marl brings him right back.
By the end of this, Magus just be begging, please let me die.
All right, so we're going to start right away and seeing our divergence in the paths.
Looks like Dark Bomb and Aura as the first text to be learned. And we see some people going to Fiona's village, a couple people checking the market.
We have our first key item. 54 seconds and we have a Dreamstone.
All right then. So everything's open and 1 key item already found. Moonblizzard dropping into the desert. Proccy is heading towards Frog's Hut. The desert cannot hold key items because it is an area that can be locked later. So areas that can be locked will not hold key items. Other than, in this case, if you defeat Ret Knight and go to Fiona's Shrine, then you can get an item there. So all bosses can still be key items.
Ooh. Grand Leon at the snail stop, so we can buy this for Frog's strongest sword for 9,900 gold.
All we need to do now is find a frog. Luca was in Frog's Burrow, so we're not going to see Luca unless we find both parts of the Masamune.
And at that point, you're probably not going to be switching to her anyway, so RIP to Luca parties.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Luca tonight. The game starts with Chrono's mother getting lost in a time portal, and your 2 random characters hopping in the epic, going to 600 AD. 600 AD and 1000 AD are both open. Getting the gate key will open up prehistory. Getting the pendant will open up the future. And clearing Chrono Lair or defeating Magus's castle gives you access to the Age of Antiquity.
All right, and we're seeing the carpenter's wife giving him a shield. Hey.
I mean, that sounds really cool when you think, oh, I'm going to get a shield, but it's not the kind of shield that you can put on your arm. It's a potion. I mean, still cool, but not nearly as cool as getting a key item.
Proccy checking the mountains and not finding anything. Akuheish is going into the desert to just loot some chests.
Today, mountains have not been nice. I haven't seen what items are in the desert.
The blue pyramid just dropping maiden suit for now. These guys are all over the place.
Yeah, everyone is going everywhere. There is so much to keep track of. Moonblizzard setting up a Xenon Bridge run. You come talk to this guy, and then you can start Xenon Bridge by going to the castle.
You Unquiet Slumbers, you start with the Epoch. It's part of the randomizer. You start with the Epoch 680 and 1000 AD. You can unlock the future once you get the pendant, and you go through the trial, and you can unlock the past once you've gotten the gate key.
Dipwood has gone to the market in Medina Village, taking an early fight. Having Magus here makes this fight fairly easy. All you have to worry about is getting 200 damage on the Omnichrome inside of like 4 turns. And Magus has possibly the best starting damage of an auto attack of any character because he's technically holding a mid-game weapon at the start.
I don't think we've gotten any more key items yet.
No, we know where the Grand Leon is, but no one's picked it up yet. We're seeing everyone doing a bit of shopping, checking the chest in the various inns, the mayor's house.
Did akuheish buy it? Did he buy the Grand Leon? Is he betting on it?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I don't know. I think he bought it. I'm excited. My heart jumped.
No, we'll keep an eye on him whenever he goes to buy his next items. If he has no cash, we know he bought the Grand Leon.
He's about to get a shield from the carpenter's wife, too. All right, Moon. He's eyeballing Ozzy's fort. He's saying, I want to do this right now. Now he changes his mind.
Yeah, to get anything in Ozzy's fort, you have to be able to defeat Super Slash and Super Flea. Not the trio, but defeating those 2, I think, gives you 3 items, and then you get 1 or 2 more if you defeat the trio.
There's a dose more. All right, and
yes.
Now we're checking more tabs.
Grand Leon is the renamed Masamoon 2, mainly because having an item that you get called the Masamoon while you're still trying to put together the parts of the Masamoon became very confusing. So Masamoon 2 is now the Grand Leon. You don't have to go visit Cyrus's grave to upgrade it. But going to Cyrus's grave would give Frog, I think it's +2 speed and +10 power.
That sounds about right.
All right, I see more people doing market fights. We haven't seen anyone go into a dungeon yet. We're getting pretty close to all the overworld stuff that's available at the very start of the game being checked out. Have not seen anyone go into either Guardia Castle yet.
Dipwood is going into the cathedral, so we're about to find out our 3rd character.
Yeah, so characters are still randomized. They are found at specific locations. You get one here in the cathedral where you normally would get Frog. After you beat the Nagaets, here you will get someone. We're
not going to get Luca. We know that, so maybe we're going to be hoping for...
I want it to be Frog, because I want everyone to immediately leave and go buy the Grand Leon.
Nah, it's not going to work out. We can't be that favorite. I'm going to say that this is going to be like Ayla or Chrono.
Well, we have two magic users, so getting a good physical damage source would be good.
Getting pointed out. Moon is at 0 gold, meaning he was 100% efficient with his shopping. But I bet you he didn't buy 99 ethers. Could have been more efficient. Dipwood making short work of the Nagaets. And it looks like akuheish is about to join in the cathedral fun. There are quite a bit of chests in the cathedral, too, so this is going to be one where normally you would skip about half of it. You got to do the whole thing now.
That's right. We've gotten to where we typically skip the right half side, but if you skip that, that's 5 chests, I think, that you skip and don't check. So that's 5 places a key item could be.
Yep, and Ayla is character number 3.
All right, so we've got a physical powerhouse, we've got a magical powerhouse, and we've got Marl.
So the bosses can also still hold key items. So there are going to be times that you go through a dungeon and you're still going to fight the boss because it does count as one of those checks. Sometimes you might see people get to the end of a dungeon and decide against it. I think we're going to see a fight with Yakra, though, to unlock our 4th character because we have Marl. But that still leaves the desert locked behind Robo, and we see that Grand Leon. These guys want Frog. You get an early Frog in Grand Leon, you might go hunting for him a little bit.
Given that killing Yakra typically would not give you a key item, it would just give you a character, but now the right-hand chest in Yakra's room can, in theory, hold a key item. I don't expect to see too many people skip Cathedral completely anymore and do like the quick in and out that we've been doing in the races.
Yeah. Have we seen anybody use any of the tabs yet? Do we have any ultra powerful tabs?
I haven't seen anyone use the tabs yet. I did just see Moon pick up a power tab, but he hasn't used it yet.
We have Ayla. I'm hoping for that +7 power.
I expect now that we have Ayla, Ayla's almost a guarantee to be in any in-game party. So I would expect to see power traps dropped on her early just to make the early game easier. I saw Thomas pop. Akuheish has found Thomas pop.
Okay.
I'm guessing Dipwood also got it because he is past the point where he would find it.
And that's a big deal because there's a lot of power tabs inside there as well. A lot of chests, a lot of power tabs. You're going to explore different parts of the Giant's Claw that you normally skip over in regular Jets of Time runs. And then there's 5, and if you're +7, that's 35 power if they're +7 power tabs.
All right, we'll see. Oh, Dipwood has not gotten the Thomas pop yet. He's about to get it right here in the second chest in the lower part.
There it is.
He went to the top right to avoid having to dodge a fight, I think. That's an interesting strat. So everyone diving into Cathedral, finding the Thomas pop here will unlock the Giant's Claw, which has, I think, 5 or 6 chests plus a boss. We still have the capability of doing the Nagetta Bromide turn-in, which I think we're seeing everyone pick up right now, except for Moon. Moon's a little bit behind. But turning that in was going to give you a power tab, a speed tab, and a magic tab. And if power tabs are super powerful, that becomes much better than it normally is.
Oh, you know what I just noticed? The stream layout looks beautiful right now. Shout out to SpeedGaming. The items look clean. It's crisp. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be having... somebody's going to be getting close to it. Dipwood looks like he's slightly the fastest through Cathedral at the moment. Gonna be the first one to reach Yakra.
Yeah, we're seeing some good items being picked up here. A Tab Invest normally would be a nice early game find, but Luca is left behind so much we're not going to be seeing her. Kind of puts a damper on that Tab Invest find.
I bet you these
power tabs are +7.
7, oh, +7 power tabs. This is Ayla's gonna hit like
Ayla is gonna be huge by the end of the game.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine though if they got Frog and threw all those power tabs on him? His leap slash is gonna be as strong as triple kicks.
Could be. Depends on whether or not they find the hero medal, because that's like a free prism specs on top of everything else.
Yeah. It's like akuheish is breaking up a little bit. There we go. Smoothing out.
All right. Do see Ayla has learned Dino Tail. That's one of the more important techs for her because it will make the end of the Ocean Palace easier.
Yeah, it's not normally one of the places or one of the spells you see very often, but its use does save minutes. It can like literally save minutes at the very end of the game when your time might just be coming down to whether you picked Ayla or not.
And technically Frog can do it too. Frog Squash does the same thing, but
it's not as cool.
I don't know. Being able to summon a giant frog is pretty awesome.
Come on.
Although I continue to maintain Ayla is technically the most powerful magic user in the game because she is able to summon giant dinosaurs through time.
All right, we see Yakra and Queen Lean is begging Magus for safety. Who could have imagined that?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's like, who do I go for? Magus, Yakra,
Magus,
Yakra.
strange bug thing. Evil magic user.
Yeah, what is
strange
Yakra?
Bug thing?
What is he supposed to be?
I don't know. I don't know if he's a bug or a demon or a pseudo lava spawn because he shoots needles.
You know, because for the longest time, I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I thought his horns were his eyes, and I thought they were just giant like bug eyes. And then just the middle of his face was just weird with 2 white nostrils. I saw a bunch of weird stuff like Magus's castle. If we do that, I'll point it out on stream. But I thought it was a pirate behind Magus and not like a 4-armed demon.
Right, so
I swear it was a pirate.
Everyone is getting ready to take on getting close to taking on Yakra at least. Moon has caught back up and is starting that fight.
Yep.
And while the fights go on, a little bit about the randomizers, or the randomization of the chests. There is a bit of logic behind where key items are. If you find a key item in a location, it is made much more unlikely that you will find a second key item in the same area. It's not impossible, but it is weighted so that if you find one, you're unlikely to find a second. But there are instances where 2 have been found. Moonblizzard actually had a program run like a 10,000 seed set just to get probability done. It is possible to find 3 key items in a single spot.
So we just saw a prism shard drop from Yakra on Dipwood's stream in the right treasure chest.
Speak of the devil, that's 2 key items in one spot.
For a second, I thought it said prism specs, and I was like, oh.
I mean, that would be awesome too, but
Prism Shard is pretty good too as a key item.
Prism Shard is great because we already have Marl.
It is, and I always have this theory. If you get Marl and Prism Shard early, you need to go do that right away. Because it's got to be holding something, right? Like, why would they give it to you? I guess that doesn't hold as much water in Chrono Sanity, but in regular Jets, that hasn't steered me wrong yet. Let's see. Well, I don't know what you got for killing Yakra. Let's see here. 50 experience, 5 tech, 600 gold, and Dino Tail. That's nothing. You got no items from Yakra this time? That's garbage.
That's sad. I think I saw a heal, maybe? Yeah, I know, a heal. Alright, so Dipwood is taking a little bit of time to check all of the extra treasure chests in Guardian Castle. There's 4 chests in the castle in both time periods that can, in theory, hold items.
We're kind of hoping for a Robo here as our last free character because that basically unlocks all the checks outside of Magus Castle.
And your wish is rewarded. The prophet has spoken.
So Robo, having him unlocked means Prism Shard is in play and the Desert is in play. And if you've already looted it, that means that you can just go through and finish it and you can do... It's only 1 item, but it also unlocks a good shop. It's kind of easy, and the Ret Knight can give a lot of experience points, too. You can get up to 4,000 experience points and, 50 tech points? It's pretty good for a single fight. Someone asking in chat, is collecting in Castle 600 clear them in 1,000? No, they are completely separate now.
And that's true for the sealed chest as well, because in vanilla, you have to go look at the chest at 600, choose not to open it, go to 1080, open the chest, get the empowered item, then you can go back to 600 AD and get the regular item. Now they're just 2 separate unique chests.
All right, and we're going to see what's on Zenon Bridge and maybe our first reset of the run. Let's see what Moonblizzard does.
It's
and
a hurricane. Yep, got a hurricane and a power tab. Now, do you stay for the power tab?
2 resets.
Do you stay for the +7 power tab?
I don't think so, because you're not going to get key items from Zenon Bridge. It's just +7 power isn't worth several minutes.
But Ozzy could drop haste helms and prism specs. Or nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's too much of a gamble. These
I
guys
don't
are
know.
making the right call. We see Moon Ghost going straight to Giant's Claw. He smells those +7 power tabs. He wants 35 power.
Yeah, there is a lot of power in Giant's Claw now. I don't know that he has enough character power, though, to actually beat the rest of Chrono.
Nova Dragoon, it does apply to Northern Ruins. You get the chests regardless. You don't have to do it in a certain order. Also, Northern Ruins, as mentioned earlier, if you weren't here, if you have the Grand Leon and Frog and you go into Northern Ruins, which I guess you have to have both of those things to go to Northern Ruins, then you also can visit the shrine and get +10 power and +2 speed on Frog.
I do love the fact that it is Sir Magus going on Xenobridge, and we do have someone doing Xenobridge. Akuheish has decided he is keeping the Hurricane and the Power tab, and is going to be going through Xenobridge. He won't get a key item, but you have a pretty good chance of getting some good drops from Ozzy during the fights on the bridge.
Let's see, Moonblizzard unlocking Toma's Pop and then deciding against the Giant's Claw, though, and he's entering Heckran. Is he watching Dipwood's stream? Like, what's going on?
No. I think he's in the area to unlock it, but he's not strong enough to go do it yet.
He's like 30 seconds behind him all the time. Someone go confirm that Moonblizzard's not just watching Dip. All right, Proccy, are you resetting? It doesn't look like Proccy's resetting. He wants the Hurricane and the Power tab.
I mean, +7 power's not bad. I don't know that it's game-changing. I don't know it's going to save you the 5 minutes it takes you to clear Xenobridge, but I didn't look on Akuheish's stream to see if Ozzy's dropping anything good.
Full tonics according to roster, so...
Oh!
Not worth.
Not worth. Does Ayla have Charm? A nice trick for people who are new to Jets is that if you get Ayla and Charm, charming Ozzy counts as one of the 3 attacks to make him run away.
It is a good move. See ya. You're going to see Moonblizzard and Dipwood taking a lot of fights here because they do give a pretty good amount of tech points here. And as we are still early on, and we have 2 characters that are not locked behind magic. And if we threw Ayla in the mix, we don't have to unlock magic this seed. These guys could just have the party of Magus, Robo, Ayla, and just run with it.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see a difference in the 2 parties. We see Robo with Laser Spin able to one-shot the Temporites, the little beetles. But one of the nice things about this area is that you can kind of abuse a bug in the Chrono Trigger code to get Magus, Ayla, and Robo very deep into tech trees early. If you learn a tech, however many tech points you got, you will get, again, towards your next tech. The majority of the fights in Heckran's Cave give you 20-25 tech points. So that means you have the potential to get 50 tech points every fight. And Magus in particular, the way his tech point layout works, because he doesn't get his first tech as early as everyone else, is more likely to be able to take advantage of that, and you can get 5 techs deep on Magus in this dungeon.
Go 5 deep. All right, we got Akuheish and Proccy about to finish off Xenon Bridge, and we see that Dipwood and Moonblizzard are going to be hopping into the Heckran fight. We actually have to check this cave. There are 3 fights behind to get one chest.
Moon didn't check it.
It's a big gamble to go for that. It's a big It's a gamble to not check it, but I mean that's a lot of time invested for one check. Yeah, it could just be an ether. Yeah, but it could also be something like gate key. So it's kind of Schrodinger's box. It's the gate key unless you check it.
The entire raise is Schrodinger's box. It's a load sword.
Moonblizzard made the right call. That's costing Dipwood quite a bit of time. So now I can't accuse Moonblizzard of cheating.
It
All right.
could be that
Elixir, Flint Edge. Okay, so nothing really great from finishing off Zen and Bridge for Proccy and for akuheish.
that's sad. I do see akuheish looking to see Magus is 1 tech point away from learning Dark Bomb.
Great tech, especially for balanced techs. It's a great tech to get. Yeah, the elixir's good. It's just, it was not worth that time investment. Alright, Proccy turning in the Naga at Bromide to the pervy old man. Gonna be getting himself a magic tab, a speed tab, and a power tab.
I haven't seen the numbers on the magic tabs yet.
I think someone's used it, but I wasn't paying enough attention. Let's see it right now. Use it right now.
Plus 3 magic tabs.
That's
Everything is maxed out for this seed. So, trying to give out big numbers to everyone.
Ooh, and Proccy going for Denadoro. There is so many chests here. He's bound to find something. There's so many chests on Denadoro.
Yeah, Denadoro has 20 checks on it, counting the final boss.
Yeah, and Masamune can be a bit of a jerk to go through early. But I feel like with this party, he's going to be just fine getting through it. So it's just going to be a matter of how lucky is he. He might even opt to find an option or a key item early. Just leave. The odds of a second key item do go way down, and we've already had a dungeon that had 2. What are the odds we have a second one with 2?
Not as good. For comparison's sake, moonblizzard and dipwood have gone through Hecarim's Cave, which has a total of 4 chests, and the 1 item you get for defeating the boss and talking to Tabit after you defeat Hecarim. Denadoro has 20 checks, and if you skip all the fights, is probably faster than Hecarim Cave.
I'm really hoping to see like finding a key item and then just leaving. I really want to see that happen.
I think if you got it like in the first 5 or 6 chests, it might be worth it. If you've made it 2/3 of the way through the dungeon, you might as well just go ahead and finish it and not have that hanging over your head. Well, what if?
What if? All right, we see Moon is finished off Hecarim. Let's see what Tabin is holding for his daughter,
Who is stuck in the past in a burrow of a frog.
Well, she's not being held. She just doesn't want to leave. She loves it.
Okay, well, you got your wish, Taco. Proccy found the gate key and is piecing out a Denadoro.
Oh, Proccy, you madman. You madman. I love it.
Proccy says, gate key's good enough. That unlocks magic, although he has no one I guess he wants to unlock magic for.
Well, that might mean that he's going to switch Marl in for somebody.
He might.
This could be Robo out Marl in for haste. Because you don't need your single target AD with that. You'll have a healer in Marl, and you'll have haste, and most importantly. So I'm expecting magic unlock, getting to the past, and saying bye to the robot. But most importantly, there are new areas that are important checks in 65 million BC, being the forest maze and the treasure chest on Dactyl Nest are even more important.
Yeah, Dactyl Nest now gives you 4 different key item checks, a new character. There's the 1 check just outside the gate in 65 million BC that a lot of people have been skipping, so I'm afraid someone's going to skip that someday.
We see moonblizzard.
Desert Maze has like a dozen checks.
And there is a unique path that you can do all of Forest Maze without a single encounter if you path correctly. I can't do it yet because I haven't watched the video moonblizzard made about doing it. But you can do all of the Forest Maze checks without a single encounter.
Yeah, moonblizzard has produced essentially a PowerPoint presentation with a list of all the chests, all the checks, routing for some of the more obscure areas that we don't go to, like the Forest Maze. So he has seen all of this. That doesn't necessarily mean he's the best at running it, although he did win the tournament.
And we're getting pointed out that akuheish and dipwood have the bent hilt. I don't remember where they found that. Where did they find that? Oh, unless they both bought the Grand Leon?
The hilt, it was at the poor elder's house. Poor as in the city poor, not poor as in he has no money, because obviously he has a broken sword, so he can't have too much.
All right, so Procky is in the forest maze. Akuheish about to find himself a load sword.
Ozur is pointing out that the Masamune in the tracker is the Grand Leon. Forging the original Masamune is the Melchior symbol in the bottom left. So that's representative of Akuheish and Dipwood having bought the Grand Leon. All right, Procky making his way through the forest maze, picking up some chests. I didn't see if he got anything good. Moon doing exactly the same thing. He found the gate key and is piecing out at Dinodoro.
The same play. I've been telling these guys when they're streaming these Chrono Sanity seeds, I said, you're going to win a race when you decide to not check every single chest. And they're listening.
No, what's really interesting, Dipwood now is gone into the desert. I wonder if he's planning on completing the desert and doing the desert check.
It's only one item, but that is a lot of experience. That's, again, it could just be levels. It could be the shop. There could be other things. He's getting the loot that everybody else has already grabbed. So maybe he's hoping for better items right now.
He didn't grab the loot early. You get another power tab.
That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power, Mark. I don't feel bad for nagging about missed things. We need your guys' help just to keep this going because there's a crazy amount of checks.
There is where everyone's able to go in so many different directions and they're all valid. It's hard to be like, oh, we'll just go wait for the boss and then see what the boss drops. No. Stuff can be anywhere, and that's huge.
All right, so Dactyl Nest is either going to be holding Chrono or Frog. Who are we?
I
who do we think it's going to be?
Please be Frog.
Chat, who are we going to see at the top of Dactyl Nest? Procky hitting the 1 pixel skips. What a madman.
And we find the Laughing Swordsman at the top of the screen.
So that means that Frog is hidden in the future.
Well, we now know where everyone is. I want a pendant. I want to go get Frog. I want him to wield the super awesome sword.
I don't think he's coming in unless we also find the hero medal. If they find the hero medal, Frog's like almost 100% in play if they go to the future. If they don't find it, then sorry, buddy, you're out. All right, Procky, is he going to do some grinding here? It looks like he's going to do a little bit of grinding for levels inside on the Evil Weevils. They give about 1,200 experience points and 12 tech points, I want to say.
I think 12 tech points, 1,600 gold, and they're farmable for easy items if they drop anything good.
Yeah, he could also be gambling on the secret rooms. Those are not key item checks. You cannot find a key item on the hidden rooms inside here because there's no way of guaranteeing you're going to get to them.
Yeah. So the trick with this, any chest that is lockable, so things like inside the dungeon in 1000 AD after Chrono or whoever gets sent to jail, those items cannot be key items. The secret area here, because it's not guaranteeable, cannot hold key items. The desert cannot hold key items other than the item you get when you get Robo back, because you can't go back to the desert after you defeat Red Knight.
We did complete it, so we are going to see what Fiona's Shrine is going to be holding.
Fiona's Shrine is guaranteed to hold lapises, which would be nice if you don't have a dedicated healer, although we all have Marl and Robo, and we know where Frog is. So.
And Ayla's Kiss? Come on. People can kiss Ayla all they want and just feel great about it.
I stand by my list of healers.
Hey, Ayla's Kiss also heals any status ailments, so let's not sleep on that.
That's fair. That is very true.
I just wouldn't invest any magic tabs on her.
No. Unless you want to do crazy Green Dream strats, because the amount of healing done by Green Dream is based on your magic stat.
Magela? Are you saying we can do Magela strats?
Tailspin did get a buff in the new release, so
Yeah,
yes, you can. Superpowered Tailspins. I want to see someone do that.
All right, so Moonblizzard is doing what I expected, and he brought in Marl in for Robo. Is it just to unlock magic, or is she just in the group now? Is she part of the gang? I think she's part of the gang.
I think the Marl Ayla combo is better than the Robo Ayla combo. You get access to Cube Toss, which is really strong. You have Haste, which can make Magus and Ayla both just that much better, having basically doubling their speed.
Ooh. We see Jerky at Fiona's Shrine. That's kind of a feels bad man moment right there.
Well, I mean,
it's a good item, but it's like...
It's not progression, but it's better than, say, getting a full ether.
That's fair.
And given the team that we have, just about every item that could come from the Jerky is useful, other than Wondershot.
Gosh, I hope we get Wondershot. Oh wait, we're not going to have Luca. I hope we get Wondershot. I want 5 Wondershots just to rub it in everyone's face that we don't have Luca. Oh, Procky inside Hecarim Cave. He's going to find out it's a bust, and he's wasting time on the one item check that's 3 fights. Not worth.
Oh, poor Procky. He was doing so well and picking the right places. But at this point, I mean, places that are left to go. Reptite Lair is open for checks.
I think Procky did. Did he finish Reptite Lair? I wasn't able to see.
I don't think he finished Reptite Lair. I think he just did some grinding and called it good.
Okay.
So given his team, that's not surprising because you don't have enough. You'd be limited on magic to kill Nizbel.
You got Dark Bomb. We have Ice too? Tailspin?
If you brought Marl in, you could have Ice too. And Ayla does have Tailspin.
Yeah, that's plenty of magic. Moonblizzard just expertly getting the 0 encounter Forest Maze. What a maniac. He's going to check out the Mayor's Manor. Gonna find himself a mid-tonic. Gonna go rob some people right in front of their noses. Take that Iron Sword.
So yeah, Red Night Lair is still available. Giant's Claw is available as a place to go check for items.
Is this the Prism Shard check?
Prism Shard is up, yes.
Or are they gonna? Oh, and Giant's Claw. But I was gonna say, or do we gonna see them start getting scared and go back to Denadoro?
Yeah, I was gonna say the second half of Denadoro Mountain is unknown.
It's like in Link to the Past, we got the 2 halves of the Water Temple, like the left side or whatever it's called. It's like it's the second half of Denadoro.
We're not quite into pedestal seed quality territory yet. That would be like a forced Mount Woe check.
Yeah, Dipwood dipping out after he found the gate key.
That was terrible.
Come on.
Moon has got into Giant's Claw. So we get another new dungeon on our list.
And there's the gatekeeper, akuheish, and he's continuing. So we will see one person answering the question of what is on the second half of Denadoro.
I'd be curious to see what else. There's still another 5 chests, I think.
Part of me wants to see the ruby knife. on the second half of Dinodoro, so that he's the only one in go mode and everyone else is running around trying to find anything. And akuheish is just cool, calm, collected. I'm going.
Oh, I'm totally down with that. that or the pendants up here. Both time period opening items.
Wonder shot. Who has wonder? I see it in chat. Who got the wonder shot? I'm so happy. What? Oh, the jerky is wonder shot.
The jerky was wonder shot. Wonder shot with Luca locked behind, completing the Masamune.
You'll love to see it.
The chest that Moon just skipped cannot hold a key item because it is hard coded to hold one of the the colored rocks. So the rock chests still hold rocks.
Oh,
and there's a clone. So Giant's Claw holds the clone to allow you to go through Black Omen.
And we see Proccy soft locking on the screen. He's going to have to reset from the whirlpool.
That is one thing we still have not been able to fix. For anyone who does pick up the randomizer, if you get stuck in the whirlpool, open the menu and save. You will save on the overworld. When you restart, it will immediately kick you out of the whirlpool. You will not have to refight Hecarim.
I know I've redone that before I knew that.
Oh yeah, me too. Man, I should have been paying more attention to akuheish's stream. I don't think he's found anything amazing yet.
I don't think so.
Chat hasn't blown up at us.
Giant's Claw has turned up the clone.
Yes, Giant's Claw has a clone in it.
Alright, Dipwood making his way up the Dactyl Nest. He's going to find himself no key items and a Chrono. We'll see if that makes him feel good about himself. Oh, and it looks like Moon is saying no to fighting the boss, and he's just going to leave. He's happy with getting all his power tabs and his items. He got a key item. He says, you know what, odds are, this guy's got nothing for me. I'm out. Bye, Rust.
It's an interesting goal to get that deep into the dungeon and skip up. I mean, it's a fight. It takes 3 or 4 minutes.
I think it's still faster to leave. I would have left. Ooh, Dipwood not quite getting the right pixel for that skip. Gonna have to take the fight and run from it.
Yeah, on Dactyl's Nest, there is a 2-pixel window to climb the ladders here, and the one that was beneath it with the 2 apes in front of it, where you can skip the fights.
Moon is going to talk to the Sick King, and he's going to start the Prism Shard quest. So we are going to see what is hidden inside the basement of Guardia Castle.
Waits just long enough to get the discussion off, pieces out. We're about to see akuheish take on Masa and Mune to see if they're going to give him anything like parts of the Masamune.
akuheish missing the hidden chest under the tree. I call it the Proccy chest because I had no idea it existed until I saw Proccy get it.
Yeah, I don't know how many runs I did before I found someone doing that, and I'm glad I found out about that before Chrono Sanity existed.
I found out as Chrono Sanity was first being tested, like the first seeds of it. Then somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, "This is a life changer, not just a game changer, but a life changer."
I'm kind of curious what was there in vanilla. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, so we see the Prism Shard starting for Moonblizzard. What are we gonna find?
All right, Dipwood unlocking magic. Proccy going through Giant's Claw again. But first time for him, but we see the second person going through there. akuheish defeating Masa and Mune, and they're going to begin their fusion dance.
We'll see if Proccy's going to dip out as soon as he finds the clone coming up very, very soon. Proccy hugging the walls to get himself all the way around. He's skipping the chest with the colored rock in it as well. Probably not using it anyway, and he's about to open that clone. Let's see how he reacts. He's continuing on. Does he just want those +7 power taps, or is he gonna finish the fight?
All right, we're about to see what's in the Guardian basement.
Ayla's already at, what was that, like 97
Not
attack
90,
damage?
yeah, I was like, she's pushing 100 already.
Proccy not able to quite hit that skip. I don't know that we found a consistent way of getting that skip right there. It is not normally done in the other Jets runs, because you don't take that left side.
Well, there was a Terra arm in the Guardia basement, so...
I don't know that that's good enough to sub Robo in for any of those three, though.
No, it's his best non-ultimate weapon that's not based on, like, weird random stats.
Yeah.
A moonstone.
Moonstone. Moonblizzard found the moonstone.
Now, you know, if that hadn't had the moonstone, I would half expect him to reset if this isn't something good at Power Tab. Because you don't get anything else by completing the dungeon past this point until you find the moonstone.
But he is. Oh, he is
going to reset.
He's saying no thank you to
He's saying
Yaka.
the moonstone and the bonus Melchior check are not going to hold anything good.
Ooh, I really hope that there's not a key item hidden behind the moonstone now. Or he's going to have to redo that entire sequence.
That would be a heck of a run.
I also hope he doesn't have treasure chests hidden behind there, because he's not going to be able to get up to the top of Guardia Castle until he finishes Prism Shard.
Oh, that's a good point.
Prism Shard is locking Guardia Castle 1000 AD.
Akuheish got a barrier for defeating Masamune, so no key item there. Rust Tyranno is being fought by Proccy. We'll see if there was a key item hidden there.
What did Masamune drop? Did we see?
A barrier.
A barrier, not worth. So, everybody that skipped out in the second half of Denadoro made an excellent call. Is this an Ozzy's fort? Ozzy's fort. Ozzy's fort.
Moon is going to Ozzy's fort.
Oh my God.
No one has done Reptite Layer. I mean, that's a short check.
Ozzy! Does he have fire-absorbing armor?
I saw a ruby vest. Oh no, he's got a red vest on Marl. Red vest on Marl. There is a ruby vest in his. Red vest on. Okay, Gloomhelm on Magus to give him star speed. Okay, you're not going to put the red vest on anyone.
Well, I guess maybe you don't do it against Super Slash and Super Fleet.
I guess.
The red vests are mainly for the counterattacks when you're fighting the monster trio.
That's it. I mean, the Super Flea and Super Slash fights are no joke.
It's Flea Plus, come on.
True, Flea Plus. The fact that Flea can cause you to counterattack your party for upwards of 300 damage, so long as no one's dead.
Let's see, and Flea Plus has about 2,000 HP, so we just need to hit that threshold to end this fight as fast as possible. It is going to be a little bit slow. Rolo kicks, Ice 2.
Having to heal.
Yeah, Dark Bomb is our best damage source right now.
Proccy is getting a full tonic for his troubles. That's a very heavy full tonic.
A Prism Dress for the fight, though. That's pretty good armor, if you ask me. You know, in my, I might be in the minority here by saying Prism Dress is pretty good.
Oh, and that's a wipe for Moon. When did he last save?
Wipe.
When did he last save? Well, he did the reset after Guardia Castle. He saved right outside of Ozzy's fort, so that's good.
Canadian Cookie key items aren't on key item checks. They are no longer guaranteed to be key items. And regular jets, they are, but here they are anything. Yep,
that is a new mode that we're calling Chrono Sanity. as a nod to the Key Sanity runs done by Link to the Past.
All right, we're doing fight number 2 with Flea Plus. He's not giving up. He's saying you won't best meet Flea.
Yeah, but I mean, the counter attack alone caused 2 people to die from max health. So you're having to.
He's throwing some shields up right now. Is it physical damage or is it magic damage though?
I don't know.
So many unanswered questions. Someone tell me.
Stare is magical, according to Cecil, the creator of Jets of Time. The shields will not help you.
I want a second source. I don't trust the creator.
The person with all the code knowledge. All right, we've got an Aeon suit. And a dream gun.
Ooh, so maybe... Oh, you're going a little bit fast? Oh, he's waiting. All right. I was going to say, Dipwood, you're going a little bit fast.
Alright, so it could be Ozzy's fortune thing, because we've gotten through Reptite Layer. There's only the item you get for defeating Nizbel left there. We've seen Prism Shard holds nothing important.
Well,
Ozzy's sports kind of few
holds
items.
hey, let's not say it's nothing important. It's the Moonstone.
Okay, it holds the Moonstone, but the Moonstone's useless until you get the pendant.
Yeah, but what if the Moonstone has the grand I don't know, hero medal?
Yeah, it could.
Come
but
on.
You still need the pendant.
It's fine. All right, most intense fight in the game on moonblizzard. I've wiped here so many times.
Yeah, most difficult fight in the game.
Oh, he nails the fight, though. I really don't know how I wiped here.
All right, so we see the Nizbel fight is going on. Magus with Lightning is making it so that Ayla can actually deal damage. Akuheish also going into Reptite Layer, at least getting some grinding done. We see Magus has learned Anti-Life.
He hovered it for a second. He said, maybe. But then decided against it. Not as fun. Those Rolo kicks are doing crazy damage. 450 from a Rolo kick?
Can you imagine what it's going to be when she finally does get triple kick?
Oh my god, it's going to be unreal.
Alright, more shields coming out to protect against Slash.
Alright.
Super Slash.
Proccy is taking the Moonstone and going. He's not leaving. He wants it.
He just doesn't want to have to risk running this dungeon again.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I would have completed it. Alright, Super Slash. Doing 147 damage. They don't have much HP. Oh boy.
No, but
boy.
I think that is sufficient armor on everyone. They can survive one hit. And if you can survive one, you're probably okay.
Everybody gets one.
Ooh, okay, maybe not. The yes, indeed, he almost one-shot through a shield.
And he's fast. He is fast, too. He might
Dipwood has finished his Nizbel fight. We're going to see one last item out of the Reptite Layer.
He beats Super Slash. All right, he's definitely. I would be very surprised if he actually. Wait, who's got hero medal?
Dipwood just picked up the hero medal at Reptite Layer.
Oh my gosh, we got to get to future. We need Frog Boy. You got Grand
Leon. We have the Grand Leon. We have the hero medal. We know where Frog is. We've already spent all the power tabs on Ayla.
That's still fine though.
We can spend the rest of the power tabs on Frog.
No, because you can do like get rid of Magus, throw Frog in there, do Frog and his girls, and all of a sudden, you've got whatever that. What's the one? The double ice one, or water and ice.
Glacier?
No, yeah, is it Glacier? I thought that was with the Marl and Ayla. Was that the pendant?
Yes. We have a pendant. We have future access. We have access to the froggy one. And to everything else in the future. There's only like 60 item checks in the future. But more importantly, we have access to the frog.
Cubed. Oh, Marl and Ayla have cube toss. It is Glacier.
Yeah, Glacier is Ice 2 plus Water 2.
Yeah.
Cube Toss is Rock Toss?
It's Ice 2 and rock Throw. Rock Throw, yeah.
And Frog Ayla gives you Drop Kick.
All right.
Uber power Drop Kick.
Dipwood is in a major lead now, having found the pendant. It's opening up a whole lot of chests. He's got the Hero Medal. He's got the Grand Leon. And we know that Frog is in Proto Dome. That's huge.
And Dipwood knows that Frog is in Proto Dome.
Yes, he does. And moonblizzard says no thank you to the fight with the monster trio. No.
Dipwood just went and started the Prism Shard check.
He's still doing Prism Shard?
He did not go...
Or is he just triggering it?
He may just be triggering it because he's here. He went to the king to go start the storage. You can start the trial before you start the Prism Shard sequence in Guardia Castle.
So Hero Medal to Pendant was through Reptite Lair?
Yes. Defeating Reptite Lair give you Hero Medal, which immediately turned into a pendant.
Procky, you were right there. Oh, Moon is going there now.
Moon, I think Moon is out of places. Moon, I think, has checked everything that's available. That is a reasonable check. Granted, he didn't kill the monster trio, but we now know what the next step of progression is.
Isn't there only one available check on Northern Ruins until you get Grand Leon?
I think that's correct, but we have you have access to Grand Leon.
Well, we have to have Frog too.
That's true.
Or do you only need the Grand Leon?
I think you do have to have both. In vanilla, you had to have both. I won't swear that you have to have both for this because it's new.
3, okay.
Angriel says 3 you can do with Grand Leon, 1 you have to have Frog for as well.
I don't trust Angriel.
But right now, Akuheish is going to be the next person getting the Hero Medal, assuming he is able to take on this fight with Nizbel. Does he not have lightning? Okay.
That is so interesting that Dipwood is doing the Prism Shard quest after getting the pendant, because that opens so much more and much more reliable. So much faster to open up the sealed chests and go through all these other places. It's so interesting.
All I can think of is that he's thinking, I can check this, and if there's something good, great, I made the right call. If there's nothing good in these chests, I reset, I don't do the fight, I reload, and I'm already sitting in Guardia Castle and can go and send myself to prison.
He will have the Moonstone, which means he could go to the past, put it in there.
Oh no, Procky!
Get it.
No, Procky.
No, Procky's going back and finishing it. No!
He thinks he's missed it. He's climbing again.
No! Procky, turn around!
Someone find the signal flare. Yes, Azur is correct. S for Procky in chat.
All right, Akuheish about to find his Hero Medal, which is going to find the pendant, which is interesting that there's 2 vanilla key, or not vanilla. It's almost like Jets is vanilla and not vanilla now with Chrono Sanity. The 2 of these regular key item checks from Jets is also going to be in Chrono Sanity. I feel like that's got to be really low percentage.
Have we even randomized the randomizer? All right, so Moon probably has a few more levels than Akuheish because he's done a few more dungeons. So I think the damage output for Moon's going to be a bit higher. He's going to be able to clear fast. He'll get his pendant, and he already knows that there's nothing good in the basement, so he'll go straight to the future. Dipwood is finishing up. He's going to take that moonstone, I guess, because will have future access. Proccy has not checked Ozzy's fort, so he doesn't know that Ozzy Fort's a dead end.
In my heart, I hope he hears to just, once he's done with this, to just go to Reptite. Alright, Akuheish is finishing up the hero medal check, and he's about to find his pendant, and he's going to be ecstatic with that.
Yeah. At this point, finding the pendant unlocks so much.
It's huge. And it's not only just the regular checks, because that also opens up the sewers, it opens up the different laboratories, it opens up the second half of Factory that we never do. It still has Aristome, you still have Son of Sun, you still have Genodome, you still have the sealed chests inside the other domes. There's like another like 40 or 50 checks.
There are
just
over 50 checks just by getting access to the future. Nearly 1/3 of the checks in the game are in the future.
The interesting part is because I think we see that moonblizzard, akuheish, and dipwood are going to be getting into future roughly around the same time, within a few minutes of each other. I'm expecting we're going to see some route divergence, that we're going to see some people going to the sewers. We're going to see some people going and checking out the laboratories. Some people might just want to stick with regular routing and go straight to Aristome. Some people might want to decide they're going to go straight to Genodome because they say, hey, that's the play. Nobody's going to do this, but I am, and that's why I'm going to win this seed.
Akuheish was dropping off the Thomas Pop. I don't know if he's getting ready to go to Giant's Claw. But we do know that Giant's Claw is important because you've got the pendant, you need the clone and the Chrono Trigger, and the clone's in Giant's Claw.
It is.
And people pointing out this is a very big and winding scene. Yes. Just given the item progression so far, it is entirely possible that we will see 90% of all chests in the game.
And moonblizzard's probably giggling with glee like a little schoolgirl right now because he found his pendant.
No, I think he's actually very upset because Reptite Lair is a quick check, and he put it off and put it off and put it off because there are so few possible checks in there. Even though it was quick, he was nearby earlier, and he just didn't do it. So
I don't know how behind he's going to feel, because it's kind of risky to do Reptite Lair because there's only 3 checks.
But it's one fight. I was going to say it's only one fight, but I guess that's not true.
It's like multiple fights, yeah. So I don't know. He's the only one that's going straight to the future, though. He does not have the Moonstone, though, and Dipwood will have the Moonstone, so we'll see if that's going to be a difference maker. Like, what if
imagine the
Moonstone?
Imagine the Moonstone is hiding the Ruby Knife. Oh, there's so many potential...
Or the Chrono Trigger, or just any of those things.
I do appreciate the fact that we are sending Magus to prison. This is one of my 2 favorite outcomes. It's like, oh, we couldn't defeat Magus 400 years ago in a pitched battle. Now he voluntarily surrenders himself to us? Sure, let's throw him into prison with his weapons, and we'll just trust him not to do anything.
Now, I am saying we have you gotta pet the cat kind of thing. We have our debates on whether you save Fritz or you kill Fritz. I am putting it out there, and I put this out there last time, that if you save Fritz and you do the Black Omen route, you have to turn off the new, or you're just a monster that's inconsistent with your own morals. If you take the time to rescue Fritz, you can walk up and flip off the Balthazar new bot and let him go to sleep.
But then you're killing someone.
He wants that to happen. He asks you. He says, please, do this for me.
Fritz, you're saving. The new, you're killing. by leaving him alive, you have saved a second life. That is very consistent with morals.
Is it better? Is it better to live for eternity just staring at nothing because nobody ever comes to do that? I mean, it's like one of those things. I would rather die than be staring at a wall for eons.
All right, so Dipwood is the only person to send Ayla to jail. Everyone else has sent the grand criminal Magus to jail. Dipwood has said, no, we're sending the person from 65 million BC into jail, which is the only prison break that makes sense because she hits people with her fist. You can't take her fist away without some really bad things happening.
Well, I suppose you could, but... It is funny that Ayla uses her fists as a weapon, but her techs are all kicks. Like, what?
Yeah. So, see, chat, asking for a quick rundown on Jets, because we've had some new people join. So, Jets of Time is a quasi-open world randomized version of Chrono Trigger. You start the game with 2 characters, access to 600 AD, 1000 AD, and the Epic. You fly around time trying to find key items. In the normal Jets, all your key items are hidden behind various bosses. In tonight's mode, Chrono Sanity, key items can be inside any chest in any location. Almost any location.
Almost any location.
There's a few outliers, but like the desert, where Proccy is now, where he is sadly doing a fight, thinking he's going to find a thing, and not going to Reptite Lair.
Proccy, my heart breaks for you, man.
But finding the key items, you need a trio of items to complete Go Mode. There's 3 different ways. The Ruby Knife, Dreamstone, and Gate Key will allow you to access the Ocean Palace by going through Chrono Lair. And the Ocean Palace ends with a fight with Lavos. Finding both parts of the Masamune and having Frog allows you to go through Magus's castle, which may or may not belong to Magus. And that will also take you to the Age of Antiquity, where you can go through Ocean Palace and fight Lavos, or you can get the Pendant, Clone, and Chrono Trigger to get access to the future and climb Death's Peak, summon the Black Omen, and go fight Zeal 2. Zeal 2, with the appropriate flags, is considered an in-game boss.
And I want to point out that moonblizzard did not save Fritz. Good on you, moonblizzard.
akuheish and Dipwood both did. No, I won't say Dipwood did. I thought I saw him, but akuheish definitely is because he's doing it now.
Oh! The unexpected disrespect. He opens the chest and leaves him.
Oh, wow. Good job, akuheish. I believe you have broken everyone's minds.
akuheish does not have Chrono, and if you don't have Chrono, you don't get the other stuff.
That's true.
He did not go to Dactyl Nest, so he doesn't know that that's where he's at. So he's just saying, unless I'm getting something from it, I'm not rescuing you.
Whew, man.
So
now,
Fritz is out in 50% of our seeds. He is guilty in our eyes here.
He is looting the entire prison.
He's getting those items.
And I see someone said that there were sun specs behind the dragon tank.
And Quakemaster, no, you can't get soft locked. There are only chests that you can't come back to cannot contain key items. Right.
So chest in the prison since you don't ever get to go back to the prison, cannot hold a key item. Chest in the desert, since the desert disappears, cannot hold a key item. The Blue Pyramid in 1000 AD has 2 items that you choose between. They are randomized unless it is a key item, at which point the key item exists in both of them, but you still only get 1.
Moonblizzard got the Ruby Knife. I missed it.
I did too. He went into the future, so that must have been behind the sealed door.
Yeah, it must have been behind the sealed door in Protodome, or not Protodome.
So that is Go Mode for Moonblizzard.
Ah, Proccy, you're finally doing it. No. Oh. I'm worried. What if he goes to Rano Lair and goes to Mount Woe? Okay, he's not. Whew. False alarm.
That would be the worst possible outcome at this point. Now, Moon is doing a few checks. There are some easy to grab items. And at this point, Moon is, I'm assuming, just looking for a couple items since he has go mode.
Armor, 100% worth right there.
Yeah. He might be hoping that he finds the clone in one of these easy checks. And it looks like he's decided, nope, that's good enough.
Well, we are going to see our first go mode in action. And Akuheish and Dipwood are going to be shortly behind. Proccy is going to be trailing for a while because he's got to finish this off, and then he's got to get through the prison sequence, and then he's going to catch up. However, Proccy is a seasoned veteran, so I would not count him out for catching up quite a bit. Might have trouble catching up to moonblizzard as he is our current champion of Jets of Time. But man, Proccy is bound to be able to make up some stuff here with some strats that only he knows about.
Being put out in chat that we have made it to the future where we know Frog exists. We have the hero medal. We have the Grand Leon, and not going to go get Frog. Now, to be fair, moonblizzard did not buy the Grand Leon, so he does not have it.
Now, I am also saying that this has actually been surprisingly fast for Chrono Sanity.
Yeah.
Normally, when I'm seeing it, I'm not seeing go mode for another 30, 40 minutes.
Well, it's very interesting because we basically have runners who have 100% completed every chest that was available without going to the future, other than possibly going through Chrono Layer and climbing Mount Low. And then as the moment they get to the future, very first chest, bam, there's your go mode.
Yeah.
All right, Dipwood has made it to the future. I'm assuming that he did pick up the ruby knife, even though we don't see it on the tracker yet, because there would be no reason for him to come to 65 million BC yet. So I'm going to assume that Dipwood has his go mode.
Now we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes, and this is actually a relatively low number of chests being opened so far. So Lavos is actually still going to be quite challenging to get through.
Could be. We haven't seen too much really good in-game gear yet. I know...
Oh, Moon triggering a fight, a skippable fight. Was it
I
on
know,
purpose?
I don't know. I know Azure is watching the streams individually, and on the automatic tracker that the runners will be using, that is also available on our Discord. Emo Tracker has the ability to count chests. Azure, can you tell us how many chests that Moon has checked?
He's getting that
66.
66. That's only 33%.
Yeah, that is 1/3 of all checks in the game. There are 183 possible checks. The future holds 60 of them. And quite literally, you walk into the future, open up a door, and you get your go mode and you leave. So there's 60 checks that weren't going to get checked. Dipwood is currently at 81. So
yeah, this is an incredibly low amount of checks, and I thought we were in for quite a ride with how long it took to get to future because there were so many. The scene was like, you guys have had enough. There you go.
Yeah, no, I fully expected we would have a lot more checks to do in the future before we found a go mode. So I'm kind of surprised. It does mean that we're probably a bit underleveled. I think we'll see a bit of grinding going on in Ocean Palace to get some levels.
And I'm guessing not Nizbel, the Tyranno that's going to be at Black Tyranno at the end of this dungeon is a bit of a gatekeeper for all Jets runs because it's got a randomized amount of HP, and if you're at a low level coming into it, it can one-shot your entire party. So you're going to be seeing barriers getting used. I don't think haste has been unlocked yet, which is a big deal for this party.
Or Magic Wall. I don't think we have Magic Wall either on Magus.
Yeah.
So no free barriers.
This is relatively low power for getting through Black Tyranno without haste or barriers.
I did see Procky on his screen. His characters are level 22. He's done a few more checks than other people because he's had very unlucky choices. But that means probably Moonblizzard might be level 19. So that's not that low for this, but it's certainly... I mean, we don't have Dark Matter, we don't have Triple Kick, we don't have Anapode, we don't have Flare. Because of the Balanced Tech flag, where your in-game techs are weighted to show up later, the total amount of damage you can put out is a lot lower. Although the +7 power tabs on Ayla might be a big deal.
Couple of things. So we see in chat, because the characters are randomized, who would you save from Death Peak? No one is saved. What that does is it unlocks the Black Omen, and Black Omen is one of your go modes that you can complete Death Peak, go through the Black Omen, and fight Zeal 2 as your end game boss. Another question in chat: what do you need to clear the game? The 3 go modes involve getting the pendant, the clone, and the chrono trigger, and clearing Black Omen, like I just said. You can get the Ruby Knife, the Dreamstone, and the Gate Key, which we have seen as our go mode here, to unlock the gate through Lavos and the Ocean Palace, or recently released for version 3.0, the way we're playing right now, if you have Frog and both parts of the Masamune, you can go through Magus's lair, or Magus Castle, which will automatically give you access to the Ocean Palace once you reach 12,000 BC. So those are the 3 routes to go mode. Interestingly enough, for the seed though, Akuheish is in go mode and then still opted to go through Eris Dome. And I'm not quite sure what he's going for, because he's got go mode. It's a big gamble unless he's hoping maybe... No, because he doesn't have the clone either. So he's just hoping for great items?
That's my guess. We're seeing some other questions. Is the Epic and the End of Time routes disabled? Sort of. If you fight the Lava Shell at the end of Ocean Palace and lose, you can then take the Epoch and crash into it to not have to kill the shell. After you do that, technically the bucket will take you back to the End of Time.
Chat, you can't see it, but my fist is in the air because Procky did not save Fritz, and he has Chrono. Woo, woo.
Angry pointed out, Robo's ribbon was in the Eris food storage chest. So that would mean if you have Robo in your party, Robo gets free Sun Specs, free auto barrier.
I think Moonblizzard's in for a rough fight.
Yeah,
Black Tyranno.
Black Tyranno can roll anywhere from 8,000 to 13,000 HP. It will always be at a multiple of 10,000, so 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 13. If it's the high end, that's a lot of damage you got to go through.
Was that a misclick? Why did he attack Black Tyranno's face?
I think he's basically just getting a little bit of damage in because he's using Tailspin on the head.
Ignored defense, but he did that with Morrow, which did 11 damage.
That's true. I mean, I guess the question is Morrow going to auto attack?
What gun does she have? Maybe it's the one that puts to sleep. No, you can't put Black Tyranno to sleep. You can put Azala to sleep.
Yeah, you could have stopped Azala, I guess, with the Valkyrie?
I don't know. I'm not going to question him too much. He's better at this than me.
Yeah. In the original game, Lavo Shell is godly at Ocean Palace compared to the normal path. Is this disabled for the rando? Yes. The Lavo Shell that you run into at Ocean Palace is scaled to be killable at the level that you would reach there through the randomizer, which is basically able to be killed at level 30-ish.
You don't fight Lavo Shell in Ocean Palace here anymore.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Lava shells are on Death Peak and in Black Omen.
No. The actual lava shell, not the lava spawns.
Oh, the lava spawn.
Yeah, because normally it's, you run to lava shell, and his first attack is destruction rains from the heavens. Everyone dies, then Chrono really dies. Spoilers for Chrono Trigger for anyone who's watching Jets of Time, has not played Chrono Trigger in the 25 years it's been out.
Yep, my bad. I got confused for a second. Lava shell is not lava spawn.
But no, it is scaled. I'm sure if Cecil is in the chat, he could tell us exactly how that worked. Oh, we see anti-life being used. Anti-life is being used by Dipwood, and then Magus is immediately revived to 50 HP, and he's doing it again!
I love it.
Alright, how much damage is it doing? 2,000 damage almost!
Super Feisty Fox asks, are there multiple endings? Technically, yes, but not in the interesting way you're thinking of. If you go through the, you get through your normal fair ending with like the balloons and stuff. If you rescued Chrono, then it's Marl and Chrono being happy. If Chrono's not, then she kind of urges the team to go find him, and she rides the balloons alone. Or the most exciting ending, if you go through Zeal 2, it just cuts to credits.
It doesn't even give you cool music. Okay, so I didn't watch a Moon's screen, but I am assuming he's gone through at least one countdown already. Dipwood just survived the countdown attack. He has brought Magus back to life again.
He's got to throw him again.
On him and keep killing Magus. Magus wants to die. Moon may be getting ready for his second countdown.
Yeah, this is a rough one. If he's basic attacking, is he just out of the ethers?
I wonder if Moon hasn't unlocked anti-life.
No, he has to have by this point.
I think it was the last tech that Magus unlocked, and so many of the fights where Moon went in, found something, and it wasn't anything good, he reset out of. So, like, the King's Trial and such, there's quite a few fights that Moon doesn't actually have complete. And all four racers are now in Tyranno Proccy and akuheish are both just entering.
Dipwood has left Tyranno Lair.
Dipwood has now left Tyranno Lair, and Moon is leaving as well. Obviously, we can't have all four people join together for anything.
I love being technically correct. The best kind of correct.
When I said it, I was technically correct.
Yep. Moon has left as well. He is breaking through, and we are going to see a close race between Dip and moonblizzard. And this could come down to who grinds and who doesn't, or who grinds the exact right amount. Somebody might grind too long. Somebody might not grind long enough, and their fights are going to take a while. Also, moonblizzard has a Nova armor, which grants status protection, which is as good a thing you could get against Lavos, and I don't think Dipwood has it. So that could also be a major difference maker here if he doesn't opt to buy more amulets from the new shop coming up.
Yep, so everyone's got one amulet because Magus comes with one. The amulet protects you from all status effects. The new shop in Zeal that Dipwood is about to go visit is technically two shops. One of the shops is guaranteed to always have a pendant amongst other usually in-game stuff. The other one typically holds some lesser items.
All right, let me tell you something about this party setup against Lavos. People are talking about getting your status protection stripped against Lavos. If you use anti-life followed by a triple kick, you can kill left bit before it strips your status protection. Boom. Mind's blown.
Triple kick plus anti-life would do a lot of things.
And then you've got life too, just to immediately bring Magus back. So...
Now, it does mean that you are guaranteed to see at least one spell from the center bit, which, if he goes like 1000 AD, random status effect might be a big deal. Although at least you didn't have your status protection stripped, so that's good.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Ooh, although he has gold earrings. The best item in the game.
There's silver stud for sale. That's nice. There's mega elixirs for sale. That's amazing. Pendants for sale. There is a lot of stuff for sale. And this is not... I mean, even if you grinded for everyone to have full tech, this is not the best Lavos killing team. You've got some good damage. I mean, Triple Kick is going to do a lot of damage. Dark Matter eventually is going to do a lot of damage. But your damage on the right bit is kind of lacking, because Marl's almost effectively useless.
Glacier does a lot of damage, or Ice Toss will do a lot.
It would. I don't know that's going to do more than Triple Kick with all the power tabs we've seen.
All right, so I do got to say, the frog hype is dead. We did not get to see buffed up frog. I do want to let chat know, if you get frog with hero metal in Grand Leon, you are going to be in for a treat.
Yes.
It is so fun.
If you ever get the trio back, frog, Grand Leon, hero metal, leap slash will do near Triple Kick's worth of damage.
For 4 MP.
Yeah. It basically is like, here, you thought you had MP problems? No, you don't.
All right, yeah. We see Golem fights for dipwood. There's a few different strategies for the Golems. One, if you have elemental armor, so let's say you have a bunch of blue mails, throw them on everybody, end your cycle in an ice attack, and it's going to heal your characters every single fight. Another strategy is to vary your attacks so that you end on a fire or an ice attack or a water attack, because the next attack he does will always be a low damage single target tech. And then you can just recycle it, changes status to a different thing, changes physics, then change it back to fire or ice, and it will be back to that low damage single target tech. You can also, with Robo and Ayla, use Boogie just to put them in stop mode.
If you have Luca in your party, which we don't today, Hypno Wave will put the golems to sleep. Technically, you could provoke the golems and cause chaos. I don't know why you would, because I guess they could attack themselves.
That'd be pretty funny.
I don't even know how strong his basic attack is, because you never see it. That would actually be hilarious. It'd be like the one-time provoke is useful if Golem's basic auto attack did something like 8,000 damage, but only to himself.
Golem's second, so the first basic attack for Golem is when he drops the Iron Orb that does half your HP. The second one does hit like a truck.
Yeah, but I don't know if those are actually considered basic attacks, or if they're spells.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth trying.
All right, taking a look. Proccy has made it to Black Tyranno and is making his way through the damage. He's got barriers on Robo and Ayla. I'm guessing that means we're going to be seeing some anti-life from Magus. Because you can revive him with just a regular revive and do plenty of damage.
That's expensive, though.
It is expensive, but Proccy doesn't have someone with a res in his party.
Oh, that's fair. He never did magic.
And on Akuheish's screen, we might see a party wipe.
To the rocks. Oh my god.
That's a party wipe.
R.I.P. Akuheish.
Where was his last save?
Oh man, if it's way far back, I feel real bad.
Okay, good. It is just outside of Tyranno Lair. I mean, that's certainly not ideal, but...
Alright, first party wipe of the seed, though.
Second, Moon had one to
that's right.
Super, the Fleet Plus.
Yep, he did lose to Fleet Plus. And then he also reset when he was about to die to the monster trio. Third wipe of the seed.
All right. We see Dipwood is starting his Ocean Palace run. We have Ayla in our party, so we have Dino Tail available to do Dino Tail strats against the Scouters on the elevator, which saves like 4 minutes compared to killing them the normal way. But how much grinding will we see? Level 24 is very low to fight Lavos.
Personally, I usually just grind until I'm about level 28 or 29, and then I go. And getting the next 5 levels should probably take about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes of grinding.
One big change for anyone who has played Jets but has not played the newest version. It used to be this fight that Dipwood is doing would guarantee drop ethers. So you could spend your MP doing magic damage, get an ether, recharge your MP, and go on. That is no longer a guaranteed drop, which means if you didn't do the Taco favored strat of 99 ethers, you might run out of MP restoratives.
And instead, these guys are giving nothing!
Oh, that's a shame.
Ooh, we're seeing Dino Tails on here! I love it!
There's no dark matter, so you don't have a easy AoE clear for this fight either.
What if everything you ever thought you could get from this fight was taken away?
That's well played.
All right, Dark Mist for Moonblizzard. That is going to speed up the clear pretty significantly. He might even be able to one-shot this fight.
All right, we see Procky is doing his shopping. What all is he going to get rid of?
Not quite a one-shot.
I was using Dark Mist plus Donatel. That's 25 MP you're spending to clear this fight.
As opposed to really efficient strats like Flare or Dark Matter, which are 20.
Which are 20, but it is on 2 characters.
Yeah, so you're spreading it.
Guarantees you have to spend more ethers.
If you had 99, it's not an issue.
That's true.
No one will ever convince me that it's not the way to go. I will never be convinced.
I only buy 99 ethers if Snail Stop doesn't have anything good. But I will not buy 99 ethers before I check Snail Stop. Every time that I've done that, it's been like gate key at Snail Stop, and you just feel terrible.
I have the same shopping list every time I start. It's 99 ethers, 41 mid tonics, 11 heals, 4 it's 3 shelters and like 3 revives. That's what I buy every single seed.
Got it down to a science for you.
So Super Feisty Fox asking, what is the recommended level for the final battle? Lavos for beginners can be pretty safely done between levels 35 and 40. The better you get at it, you can safely start doing it around level 30. And when you start wanting to get like the highest level with the runners, probably mid 20, like 27 would be about as low as I would ever be comfortable.
We have done a level 26 Lavos kill once.
And that was super risky, and that is incredibly difficult.
It required a very specific team with some really good gear that got lucky on drops, and some good AoE healing.
Yeah, so about 30 when you're comfortable with this, with it. 35 if you're 35 to 40 if you're new.
All right, I did see in chat that it said triple kick was unlocked. I just saw a moon screen, ice toss and cube toss get unlocked.
And Moon is moving on.
The Moon is the first to stop the grind.
We'll see what Dipwood does over here.
I wonder if akuheish doesn't realize he can run from this fight.
Is this the fight he wiped at?
Yeah, this is the fight he wiped at, I think. It was a fight like this, and he didn't. You can run from this. You don't have to do it. Oh, Moon actually got the skip to not have this fight. It's like, wait, no, I want the XP. Come back.
Well, not only does he want the XP, he wants it to knock down Ayla's HP somewhere. I don't know that it's going to be low enough.
But he put on a gold earring, so Ayla's max HP right now is like 750. I saw on the screen.
So after taking that hit, because he was at about 300, I don't know if that was going to be high enough for the elevator.
Yeah,
I think the under 200 is the safe level.
And there's triple kick for Moon.
All right, so Dipwood is 3 levels above Moon, and Moon's moving on. Dip is still grinding. I don't know that really gives Moon a big lead, though, because it's a really low level. That's hard. And
this team is pretty squishy. Marl has naturally low HP. Magus has low HP until you get him to like level 33 and higher. You have the gold earring.
This is a squishy team.
Ayla probably can survive an attack or two from Lavos himself. The real trick for fighting Lavos is you have to be able to survive the boomerang attacks. Ideally without 2 people dying. Because if you have to spend 2 turns reviving people, then you might get another round of boomerangs and you get into this vicious revive cycle.
We'll get into that more once we've reached there. We've got plenty of other battles ahead of us, though.
Yeah. We've got the elevator coming up, which should be a showcase of how awesome Dino Tail is.
It's really the only time you see it consistently.
Oh, we've seen Dino Tail a lot.
Oh, he's healing. He's healing him.
Well, I guess it's so that she can survive 1 hit just in case.
No, come on, that's the coward's move.
But I mean, right now, Marl with, I'm guessing, a gold earring on has 645 HP. Magus has 399 HP.
That's what I'm saying, roster.
So Moon is on the elevator. He is taking the first fight.
This one is skippable. You can just run away from this.
You can run from this, but it's good tech points. I think you get like 60 tech points from the fight. 65. And Marl learned haste because of it.
That's a good one. We're not going to see that, though, for coming to play for a little bit. It is nice to see it because each of those scouters do count as a different enemy, even though they look pretty much exactly the same. So sometimes you get great drops from them.
Yep.
I'm always looking for rainbow helms here. Like, rainbow helms are my favorite helmet for Lavos outside of haste helm. Or, like, vigil hat. Because the only element that Lavos is really going to use on you in the final form is that lightning attack. So I've stopped and grinded fights out to get 3 rainbow helms on this elevator or around these areas.
All right, so coming into the elevator, you want Ayla to have at least 45 MP because it takes 3 Dino Tails to get through the elevator. And looked like both Moon and Dipwood have that. Proccy is in the grinding spot. Is he going to spend time grinding? That's how Proccy can catch up at this point. He's level 27. He's got the tankier team in Robo.
Mm-hmm.
He could go and try to push for these super early level Lavos and make up a bit of time here.
He might be a high enough level that he can skip grinding altogether and just go for it because you're going to get another few levels just from fighting the Golem Twins, the elevator, from fighting, just working your way there. So he'll get close to 30 if he's already 27. He could just go. Yeah,
he would be able to go. Maybe tech points is more the limiting thing because we know Ayla learned triple kick late. Did see in chat they said Dipwood just learned dark matter. That's kind of a big deal. I can't imagine doing Lavos without dark matter.
Oh, no way. No way. I really hope Proccy doesn't grind too long because he could save minutes and be like almost right back in this race if he doesn't grind.
And the best part is, even if you grind for levels and such, If Lavos wants to kill you, either Lavos, the main Lavos, or the Lavos core, he'll just kill you, and it doesn't matter what you do.
Oh,
so it
man.
is entirely possible that, I mean, we're going to get here, we're going to have a 3-ray run. akuheish can still catch up and get caught up to fight with everyone, because, I mean, even he's only 10 minutes behind at this point, and that's 2 Lavos fights.
It'll be tough. I'm not gonna lie. It will be tough for akuheish to catch up here, but anything's possible.
Yeah, we see the last item check is a magic tab. Guessing that's gonna go on Ayla. I guess it improves Kiss.
Oh yeah, baby.
I would have probably thrown it on Magus. Get Dark Matter up. More damage. Magic Tab for Tail Whirl. I don't expect to see Tail Whirl against Lavos, but you might.
Yeah, I don't really think there's ever a case that I would be using Tailspin on a Lavos fight.
I mean, you could, in theory, Tailspin the right bit before he drops his defense.
Do we have a Star power?
Did we? I didn't see that if we did.
Camera Rock saying Star power is nice. Do we have Ayla with Star power?
Ayla on Dipwood screen has 98.
Oh my gosh.
So if Moon has an extra level or 2, then she could easily be 99.
All right, so we're having our first Golem Twins fights. I mean, moonblizzard and dipwood are both on it. Like, they are neck and neck. This is nuts.
All right, so we're seeing Glacier or Cube Toss for 3,000 damage, and that'll be 2 single target water attacks in return.
Ayla, he's going for the Dino Tail strats on this. I love it. Proccy finishing his grind. He's moving down the elevator or down the ladders.
He took a much shorter grind, so he is making up some time. Ayla has been dropped on Dipwood screen. Is he going to take time to cast Life 2? It looks like yes.
I think you have to.
You just have to.
Be providing
while that's going on, you have to be very careful to make sure Magus alternates elements to ensure it's single target attacks on the way out. I thought I saw Magus use fire, and he's using fire again, which would mean the golems would counter with AoE fire damage.
This is going to be a big fire damage if you don't switch it up right now. Yep. And it's going to be followed. Oh, he does have fire protection armor.
Okay, never mind.
Perfectly fine.
Moon has completed the golem fight. I didn't see what the item drop was. It looked like there was an item drop. That may have been Magic Wall being learned. I'm not sure.
One of the saddest losses I think we're losing from Jets 2.0 is you used to be able to have a guaranteed charm of the rainbow sword. And that's sad. No more guaranteed rainbows.
All right, looks like, one of the golems is done for Dipwood. The other, because I just saw the burp, and we're going to heal Ayla up so she'll get experience and tech points from the second burp.
Proccy's on the elevator grind, so he's about, I would say, about 4 minutes behind now. Yeah,
4 to 5 minutes behind. 1 wipe to Lavos by the runners up in the front. Moon and Dipwood puts Proccy right back in contention.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that akuheish is 10 to 15 minutes behind, so it would take some very serious blunders for him to get back into this.
Yeah. So we're going to see the Lavos Shell. Lavos Shell always follows a very specific script. He will cast Rain of Destruction, or Destruction Rains from the Heavens, does about 200 damage. That'll be followed up on the next turn by an Obstacle, which will apply a randomized status effect, but whatever it applies is what Obstacle applies throughout the entire game, which means Lavos 2 will also cast that when he casts Obstacle later, so you kind of know in advance.
Brooksley, how you doing?
Then you have a non-named, non-elemental magic attack that does about 300 damage. And then he starts the cycle over again. So it's a tough fight if you get behind or if obstacle is something really nasty like double stop, block. If it's poison or something, you're okay.
Oh, the 99 power, 1800 damage, triple kicks.
Nearly 2,000 damage.
I am very much hoping that we see anti-life into triple kick to one-shot the left Lavos bit.
You almost don't need it. Well, because you could haste Ayla and have her triple kick twice in the time span of one attack.
Yeah, but Marl's not going to be the first one to go. She's the slowest of the three, and he's star speeded Magus. So
yeah, Dark Matter doing 1,500 damage, triple kick doing 1,800 damage. The Lavos shell, I believe, has 10,000 HP. I think it's 12,000. Obstacle is sleep. That's probably one of the better ones because it will automatically be cured by the next time that Lavos attacks.
It is non-elemental magic. Anti-life is non-elemental magic.
All right, Proccy starting his Golem Twins fight. Dipwood doing his Lavos. We can see dueling Dark Matters on the screen. Dark Matter for Dipwood doing 2,100 damage. I think there must be some sunspecs there.
Do you think there's sunspecs? I think he threw the magic tabs on him. So we have 2,000 there, and then 1,800 for his Ayla triple kicks as well. So those two are both hitting like maniacs.
So you've got Marl as a dedicated healer and haster. You've got nearly 4,000 damage combined between Magus and Ayla on any given turn. Assuming those damage numbers carry through to Lavos Core, you're looking at killing the center bit in 2 rounds plus an extra attack.
Oh my gosh, 4,000 damage right there from Proccy's attack. The Beast Toss is doing work.
Yeah, too bad you can't Beast Toss anything in Lavos Core.
Oh my god, almost 1,000 damage crit from Ayla. I love this.
All right. Moonblizzard has beaten the shell. You get at your save point. You can heal everyone up.
And we get to see the legendary nipple lasers.
And we do see the amulets coming off. Moon deciding that sleep basically means everyone loses 1 round and then gets woken up by poison mist in this case to save a bit of time. Proccy finished the golems. He's going to be starting his Lavos shell as Dipwood and Moonblizzard start Lavos Prime. There's not a good name for this phase of Lavos. I guess it's just Lavos.
Lavos 2. Isn't this like inner Lavos and then there's core Lavos? There's Lavos shell, inner Lavos,
so there's Lavos,
Lavos core.
Yeah, inner Lavos, Lavos 2, whatever, and then Lavos core with the bits. Everyone's favorite attack that I still can't believe Nintendo actually put in a game. I cannot believe that actually made it into a Nintendo game. Alright, Dark Matter is doing 1,500 damage to the arms. You really want to take out the left arm, ideally before it ever attacks, because that would be nice.
I think that's what we're seeing here. Oh, not enough damage.
No.
Oh boy.
Marl gets barely dropped. Ayla gets down to 76 HP. Right, Dark Matter will take out the left arm, but you don't have your healer, so you don't have life too.
I think Dipwood's going to take a lead in this fight. I think Dipwood's going to take a lead here.
Dipwood managed to get through without the boomerangs. The right arm will still throw out a boomerang. Magus drops.
Magus is down.
But Marl's alive and can cast life too. That's such a big deal.
We're going to have a short pause here as soon as he does this heal, because you can't attack the head until it casts obstacle anyway. So you have a short moment of reprieve anyway for that moment.
Marl's now taking a status disablement attack that almost kills her.
This is that 3-level difference that we're seeing between them, by the way, between Moon and Dipwood.
3 levels and a little bit of RNG.
That 50 HP difference between them, or just that little bit of power or magic could be making all the difference here.
Now, it could be Moon decides that it is worth not... Okay, then he's going to revive Marl. I was going to say, he might not revive Marl, because Marl's not going to deal any damage anyway, and just try to blast through Lavos, but...
They're all going to be poisoned and low HP right here.
Are there any lapises? Doesn't look like Moon has any lapises left. Marl has gone to sleep on Dipwood's side. I thought she was too. And so we see Kiss, which is going to bring her back just in time for her to be woken up by the Slatterslay. One of the nice things about sleep is it gets cured by any attack, and every monster in the game that uses obstacle always follows up with an attack that's an AoE party killer or party damage. So anyone who falls asleep is going to get woken up.
Even with poison, that's still 1,500 damage. That's incredible. All right, Proccy about to enter phase 2 while the others are still in it. He is making up grounds at a rapid rate. He's actually in this. He's
level 32. He is going to do so much damage.
Yeah, he's the highest level, and he's like almost right there with them. Like, this is now becoming a 3-way race for this.
Magus casting anti-life on Dipwood's screen. So Magus is down. If he goes down, then Magus will come back at 1 HP at the start of the next phase. Unless you get our famous menu skip.
SpeedGaming 4, welcome to the dramatic conclusion here. It is going crazy. Moonblizzard finishing phase 2. This is where it's going to get really tricky for low levels, though.
All right,
you can get through phase 1, you can get through phase 2, but phase 3, that's what separates the boys from the men, the girls from the women.
So there is a menu skip you can get here to get a chance to heal. If you press menu as the screen turns black, you will enter into the menu screen. You can use items, you can change equipment. If you do that, you save so much time and effort starting the level score.
Anti-life triple kick. Anti-life triple kick.
Moon has his menu skip. Proccy did take down the left arm before the boomerangs come through. Ayla only took 200 damage from a boomerang. So Proccy is going to have no trouble taking down Lavos.
Yeah. And Dip and Moon nailing the menu glitch, so they're going to be at maximum HP for this fight.
All right, so yeah, looking right now, it's a 3-level difference, about 100 HP on Ayla difference. In terms of just pure attack damage, I saw Ayla at 200 for Dipwood, 196 attack damage for Moon, so only 4 attack damage difference, which works out to like 80 damage max. And Proccy's going into the end of stage 2 already. 2,000 damage dark matters.
All right, so they're both going center bit strats. They're just completely ignoring the left bit.
I didn't see the dark matter damage on Magus on Dipwood's screen, but I'm assuming it's 2,000.
It was over 2,000. It's like 2,400, I think.
The center bit has 8,000 HP. If you kill the center bit with an AoE attack, whoever casts the attack will get counterattacked by a superpowered X strike. So you want triple kick or dark bomb or something to be what kills the center bit. And I think because of the order of attacks, you should be okay. Magus will push to about 6,000 damage, and triple kick will finish it off, which means Moon's going to be avoiding a Grand Dreamstone, as so would Dipwood. Both would be avoiding the Grand Dreamstone attack.
Myria-chan, it is not just the Shadow Absorb on the left bit. The left bit absorbs all magic types, so the only way of hurting it is physical damage or non-elemental.
The difference in levels has come back in a big way as Dipwood's 4 attacks took out the center bit. It did not for Moonblizzard, forcing him to use anti-life.
Man, Moon's in kind of precarious spot. Ayla's at 86 HP. Is he going to get the heal off?
Yeah, now he's going to have plenty of time because the center bit's
Mega
down.
Elixir. That's the Mega Elixir. He's just
I'm surprised he popped that so early. And we're seeing anti-life triple kick on the right bit. 3,200-ish damage plus 1,800 damage.
All right, and Proccy looks like he got the menu glitch, and he is entering phase 3. We have 3 people in the last stage of Lavos. Proccy probably about 1 or 2 minutes behind in the fight, though. But he has made up an enormous gap.
Yeah, I mean...
He was 5-6 minutes behind. Now it's just a couple of minutes back.
He was 3 dungeons behind at one point.
And he's doing it left bit struts. Oh, but he's not doing anti-life. That's less cool. Oh, is that enough? It's still a 2-shot. He still finished the 2-shot with the Uzi punch and the triple kick.
Wow.
That's gonna be he's gonna be able to use all these powerful AoEs without any repercussions now.
Yeah, so he's going to have dark matter able to be cast repeatedly, but he is going to have to survive a random spell status because I don't think there's a chance of him getting the center bit down before it casts.
Proccy's got a shot at this.
Proccy's just going for it. He's not even worried about the center bit. He's just going to nuke the whole thing.
Yeah, my man.
All right, Chaos on Ava.
He got a Chaos and a Poison. That's really good for random spell.
Yeah, it's not stopped. Dark and Magus is still up and going. So he's going to be able to continue doing damage, drop the center bit possibly. Although you don't want to drop the center bit until you have the revive, I don't think. You see Ice 2 being cast by Marl's casting Ice 2 and doing damage. Wow. Triple kick still doing damage on the right bit as Dipwood is going to see if he can maybe squeeze out a kill without bringing the center bit down again, maybe?
Proccy's got an open window on right bit where center bit and left are gone, so he's gonna have free reign for a while. Once you've killed them both, even on the revive, it like really slows down their ATBs. Like he's gonna have free reign for a little while here.
This is getting really close, and Dipwood is done.
Dipwood, oh man. GG the Dipwood right there.
GG Dipwood.
Moonblizzard's still going to be slightly ahead, but Lavos is getting slappy. Ayla is down.
And we are joined by Dipwood. GG on a Chrono Sanity win.
How about that second Chrono Sanity ever right there?
Right?
That's amazing.
We have a really exciting finish right now because Moonblizzard and Proccy are also in stage 3 of Lavos right now. Like they are just almost done with it. They are almost done.
So you said this is your second Chrono Sanity seed. What did you think of the seed overall?
I think pretty generous. It looks like I had a pretty fast go mode. I forget where I got the Dreamstone.
Dreamstone was all the way back in the cathedral, I think. Oh, no. It was in Fiona's hut.
Oh. Yeah, and then I got the Ruby Knife. My tracker was a little wonky, so I didn't notice I got the Ruby Knife. But I'm like, well, there's a frog in the Aris Dome. But, no, Protodome, I mean. But I already have go mode.
Wow. Proccy put Reptite Layer off forever. He did like a half climb on Denadoro.
Oh, just
went back and climbed it again, and was probably 5-6 minutes behind you, and has now gotten second place. Moon just finished, is taken third. Akuheish is finishing up his grind and is going to be rushing towards Lavos here in just a moment.
Wow, that was so incredibly
Wow.
close.
That is a heck of a showcase for Chrono Sanity. And I believe Proccy has joined us as well. Welcome, Proccy. GG.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, you made up so much grind, like so much time to get at that. You stole second place from moonblizzard by like 10 seconds.
I can't believe how close that race was. This is going to be fun to watch.
And GG moonblizzard, who is now also joining us. We've got all three of our run finishers in the room. Congrats on an amazing race.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Wow.
I think moonblizzard was the first one to start the Lavos fight and ended up finishing third.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
You and Dipwood were starting Lavos like within like 30 seconds of each other. Proccy was about 2 minutes behind, but
Oh
he was
my
just
God.
he was just a much higher level than you, so he was able to close the gap with that. And he
Oh.
finished maybe 1 or 2 minutes behind Dipwood, so just incredibly close.
Yeah, really close. I mean, I think my mistake was actually going to Ozzy's fort, and I mean, I had nothing from there, and I was like, oh, I lost like 5 minutes. But anyway, it was a really good race.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting race. Everyone doing like near 100% completion of 600 AD, 1000 AD, 65 million BC, and then you step foot in the future, one chest in, there's go mode.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
I-
close to doing Aussie's fort myself, and I went in and left. I was like, no, just do the pendant, and then Ruby knife.
Yeah.
I
was-
think all
Yeah,
three of you had moments where you did something that cost you a decent amount of time. Moonblizzard was trying to finish off Ozzy's fort. You did your second dip into Denadoro when you made the right call initially of getting the gate key and just leaving, but then you went back for it. And Dipwood, I think there was something else that you did that was extra that ended up being fruitless for you. I think it was finishing up
the trial, King's trial.
Yeah, finishing up the Prism Shard. I think would cost you some time on that.
Yeah, I mean, there was a moonstone there, so
Yeah.
I figured.
Because at the time, you know that, we're getting ready to go to the future, Moonstone might be important, and then there's the Ruby knife.
Oh, by the way, anyone else anti-life for Lavos 3?
So,
Yeah,
that was
we
some
saw
very
it.
interesting strats. Taka was begging for people to do left bit anti-life strats. Triple kick anti-life to one-shot the left bit.
Procky's able to do it with the triple kick Uzi punch, though.
Oh, I think I could have one-shot it. My anti-life was doing 30-100.
That's
Ended
true.
up
You
being-
might have been able to one-shot the left bit without using triple kick.
But it didn't matter. It would have just slowed me down because how fast that was going.
Yeah. That was a heck of
Good
a
game,
ball
Dip.
rush by all three. That was an amazing end to a great race. That was good stuff.
Also, +7 power tabs, making it so Ayla doesn't even use power items anymore because they do nothing for her.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, well, I guess I'll just put a gold earring on you.
Gold earring, amulet, something.
Yeah, once I saw it was sleep, I took off the amulet.
Yeah, sleep I think is probably everyone's favorite status effect to see. Maybe poison's better, but
Yeah, I don't know what the other teams were. I was attention to the end there. I kept Marl just for the anti-life life 2 strats.
yeah, as soon as we saw that was the starting trio or starting pair, we were like, oh no, that's the strat for the game is anti-life and life 2. Just keep tossing that the entire game, and we saw a lot of that. The Tyranno Lair fight taking everyone quite a while, being fairly low damage available.
Yeah, I did spam anti-life on it, but not in time to prevent the big boy.
Did anyone regret not going to get Frog since you had both the Grand Leon and the Hero Medal available?
Nope.
That's a pity.
With life
Very
too, and
anticlimactic answer. No.
I felt good about that Robo Ayla Magus team. It's very versatile, it's very safe, and you don't need to teach it magic.
You don't. You're
Yep,
able to save a little bit of time there.
It's
That's
very strong,
that's a very
especially
nice team.
very strong, especially in Ocean Palace, because obviously you get Dino Tail, but you also get Boogie for the golems.
You were able to utilize some strategies the others two were not. So I'm curious, now that we are on full release, as we've mentioned before, if you are interested in playing, the version 3.0 of Jets of Time is on full release, is available on the Discord, is available for downloading your own seeds or going to our newly designed website that Angworld has been working very hard on to develop seeds on your own. What, you three, one at a time, what is your favorite thing from Jets of Time version 3.0?
Sure, I'll go first. Probably the frog changes, Hero Medal and Grand Leon, making him probably one of the best party members when you get both those items. And even with just Hero Medal, he's a top tier party member.
I can agree with that, and it doesn't even make him broken because, as we saw, we had Prague available. We knew he's at Protodome. We had Grand Leon. We had Hero Medal, and he still didn't make it in. So he's
No one
top tier,
cared.
but he is not so strong that you have to have him.
Yeah, I might have to agree. It might be my favorite addition as well. Frog was notoriously underpowered, I'd say, but always a kind of a safe bet for your team. Now he can do damage and keep you safe. I love it.
Yeah, I think the balance changes overall are really good. I mean, now we can actually use Chrono in our parties, and Fire Sword 2, Ice Sword 2, they are really great. Falcon hits. Now Chrono is a viable option as well as Frog. I do love Frog changes, but I really like how Chrono can now be part of our parties as well.
Yeah, so for anyone that didn't know, in the previous iteration of the Jet Seeds, Chrono was kind of a lower tier character because he's very gear dependent, and a lot of his dual techs didn't quite scale as well. So there's some buffs to Ice Sword 2 and Fire Sword 2, so that's doing a lot more damage, and it's really just helped him out significantly. Corinth, what's your favorite change for Jets of Time 3.0?
Well, does counting the existence of Chrono Sanity count as a favorite change?
It is a change. It's brand new.
That is probably my favorite new addition. My favorite change to how the game works is the fact that anti-life exists.
Anti-life is a pretty sweet addition. I've been debating between whether I like Chrono Sanity or Tab Sanity as my favorite change. Not that Tab Sanity is going to be like a new, highly competitive category, but man, if you just want to play Jets and have something fun and overpowered, give Tab Sanity a try.
See, Azur in chat, our tracker has said his favorite is Boss Rando. So for anyone who wasn't here last week, Boss Randomization is a flag that can be set where all single target bosses can be swapped with each other. So instead of fighting Yakur in the Cathedral, you might run into Dalton Plus, or Black Torreno, or Rust Torreno, I guess.
I love seeing the floating heads.
You can have all sorts of interesting boss fights there. And then you get to really have fun with the double golems.
Yeah, this was a Power Tab plus 7 and Magic Tab plus 3 seed, so this is like the strongest possible tab seed.
Yeah, seeing that, saw different uses of the Magic Tabs. I think, Moon, I saw you dropping Magic Tabs on Ayla.
This was a mistake, of course.
Oh, by mistake.
No, you're supposed to own it and be like, yeah, man, his kiss was just gonna be
It's
so
all for the
broken with these plus
all
three
for the
tabs.
tailspin.
I wondered if that was
That's what it
actually
looks like.
intentional, because
That's what
I
it
could
looks like.
see saying, no, kiss, because it's going to remove status effects after random spell status.
I wish.
There are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
That's right. Go paint some little trees.
So what was the difference in the Lavos fight that made me cost time for me?
Your initial
lower
kill,
level.
Yeah, your initial kill on the center bit required you to use anti-life after 2 dark matters and 2 triple kicks. For Dipwood, the 2 dark matters and 2 triple kicks, I think, killed the center bit. And Proccy did a completely different strat because he was overpowered and had Uzi Punch available.
They had go mode before me or after
No,
me?
you and Dipwood started Lavos within 15 seconds of each other, Lavos Shell.
But because I grinded a lot less than I usually do, I think I finished at level 27 because I really thought I was behind because of the way the seed could have been played.
You were at
I'd
least
like
3
to-
or 4
I'd
levels
like to
behind
step
the other
in.
2 runners.
I'd like
Yeah.
to step
I
in
was
too and
the
say,
last to get go mode. Do you remember?
No, I think you were actually the first to get go mode.
Oh,
The difference is you took a little bit longer on the fight because of the lack of level difference.
okay.
Procky, what
Yeah,
were you trying to add in?
oh, well, I don't. Corinth said that I was over leveled for Lavos, but I don't think I was actually over leveled.
No.
No, just in comparison to where
Comparatively.
Moon was. Comparatively
in
over level.
comparison, but I probably finished like level 31 or something like
33?
that. Yeah, it wasn't super high, but I did have the right combination of things, and one of those things was the Terra arm, which I chose to fight Yakker 13 over, and also there was a power tab there too. So
As you're Caleb making the point as well that Dipwood was using Sunshades on Magus, so his Magus was just doing a lot more damage.
that's where I put my sunshades as well.
But no, I really do think the difference came down to the fact that the combined triple kick dark matter damage for Dipwood was about 500 points more than Moon's, which meant over the course of 2 rounds, that's 1,000, 1,200 damage difference, which was enough to drop the center bit in 2
I
turns
see.
instead of 3. Because then you have to spend a turn doing a revive that wasn't really doing significant damage. Someone took an extra hit. And it goes... Dipwood and I were having a discussion on stream the other day about like how much of a difference does a magic tab or power tab make. Y'all both had the same magic and power tabs, but levels play a difference too, because like triple kick's damage formula is like double levels affected. So that 3 extra levels made a big difference.
Akuheish, to get back to the stream a little bit, he is gutting up for twin golems in a minute here. And he'll be going into his Lavos fight very soon as well.
Not quite able to get the skip out of the scout fights. Hoping to see them run away.
They're dropping gold earrings, so I think he's taking the fight.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, everyone has gold earrings to go in.
All right, but for you 3, again, GG's on the race. Congrats to Dipwood on the win on only his 2nd Chrono Sanity run ever. I highly encourage everybody in chat to go give these guys a follow for their streams. You can find them playing Jets of Time as well as other games lately that I've seen. I'm a follower for these guys, and they're a joy to watch. I suggest you go follow them.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. If you are new to the community, please come join our Discord. Join us. Now's a great time to come join because everyone's relearning everything. It's a good chance to get in, kind of make a mark. We're going to have I'm guessing a few months of people getting used to the new seeds, the new modes, and then maybe looking at having another tournament coming up.
And then any final thoughts from you guys?
I'll just thank you so much to all the people who chipped in to help make this happen, like all our commentary, trackers, restreamers, staff. I know there were some technical difficulties at the very beginning, and it got sorted out pretty quick, and thanks everyone for making this happen.
Yeah, also thank you all, thank you very much. The commentators, trackers, and the restreaming, thank you very much.
Yes, thanks guys. It was fun. I'm out.
All right, we're getting ready to see Akuheish start his golem fight. As the double golems respond, we see the Ayla Magus Robo team coming in. Might be a bit scary because it's going to be hard to land consistently on a good element. I didn't see what vest Akuheish had available.
I mean, let's be honest, I haven't been watching since we've been interviewing with the other guys, so I'm not sure what he's got equipped.
That's very true. I'm guessing it must be a bunch of white vest, because that's a lot of lightning damage coming out.
Grabbing red mails with the charm, it's not really that useful for Lavos, because if you're getting to the fire damage in phase 2 of Lavos, then your fight's not going very well.
Alright, so we do see white mails or white elemental gear on Magus and Robo, so basically this fight is free because your damage dealers cannot die. Ayla, however, poor Ayla, she's going to have to take a nap.
Do we need her? She's already got triple kick.
Triple kick at 99 power.
Yeah,
She doesn't need
I think
anything.
she's strong enough.
I think she's good. The only thing is, are we going to risk running out of mana? Magus won't, because Lightning 2, I think, takes 4 MP.
It's only 4.
Robo's Shock has been adjusted. It now actually, I think, only takes 15 MP instead of 17, because 17 was a very awkward number, and I have no idea why they coded it like that.
I love it. Give me those random numbers.
I think just about every spell of Robo's has been given a cost adjustment, or at least all of his later ones, to make them more in line with accords to the damage they actually deal. I see Cecil so in chat, he could give us the details on the Robo changes. They're not nearly as significant as the changes to like Frog or Chrono, but it's a nice little bit of
An adjustment.
Yeah, it's a nice quality of life change.
That's a lot of damage for Magus's Lightning 2, though. 600 AoE? Because it's half power. There's the end of the fights. Alright, let's see here. We are going to be entering into the final stages of the game for Akuheish. Oh, excuse me. My old man status is kicking in and I'm tired.
It was a late start.
Uh-oh, he didn't save.
Oh no. Well, the good thing is, losing to the Lavo Shell just means you get to do a cool cutscene.
Yeah, but I don't like it. He should be strong enough to get through it.
Yeah, I do think he's strong enough to get through the Lavo Shell, and then you can save again, so...
It makes my heart weary just because it can go wrong. Oh, so wrong.
On the plus side, if you lose the Lavo Shell, you get a second shot at the new shop, because the new does make it down from Zeal and survives, which means you can buy more Mega Elixirs and more
Whatever else was in there.
Yeah, whatever else is in there. But in this case, mega elixirs, amulets. I think there was something else really good in there. Oh, silver studs. Although, given the gold earrings and stuff, I doubt.
Yeah, I'm not putting silver studs over gold earrings. You know what I find funniest about this seed, though? We have Frog, Hero Metal, and Grand Leon not being used. We have Wonder Shot, no Luca. Like, this whole seed is a tease. I feel teased.
I will admit that I am slightly disappointed that we didn't get anyone going for Frog, given that we had the capability to turn him into a powerhouse. I get it because, we already had go mode. He hasn't learned any techs. You'd have to go unlock magic, which takes time. It's the correct race decision, but I'm kind of disappointed for the showcase we didn't get to have Frog show up.
It'll just be a surprise to everybody that plays it now.
All right, so I'm watching the Lavos fight here. I think Ayla has a Frenzy Band equipped. She just auto-attacked out of turn in retaliation. So taking advantage of the super-powered Ayla to get free auto-attacks.
It's not a bad strategy at this point. See, Robo with the Terra arm that's really doing work.
Yeah, 1,200 damage. It's a good damage number. Obstacle coming through the sleep. I did see Ayla and Magus fall asleep earlier, so he's only got status protection. Oh, no.
Oh, he has
no status protection.
Is that a wipe?
Ayla
No,
and
it's not a
Magus are
wipe.
dead.
Yeah, they're for sure dead. This is looking bad.
Now, again, you don't lose here. You just have to go through a cool cutscene to watch the epic crash into the show.
But the way he's posturing it, he is trying to play this out instead of just accepting the loss right there.
Yeah, and he's close on damage. He's not quite there, but Robo is so slow. Lavos almost gets 2 attacks to your 1, and one of them puts you to sleep, which means you don't get an attack. You'll get woken up, drop down to 100 health, have to heal, and repeat the entire cycle.
Oh, boy.
I think at this point, you just have to take the loss.
I think it's... Oh, he hasn't even gotten a chance to react yet. Robo,
Yeah.
you slow bow. Oh, he's going for it, but he's about to do AoE soon.
Yeah, the AoE. I think that might be the wipe.
That's the wipe. R.I.P. robot. All right, just don't reset. If you're continuing this, don't reset.
Yeah, do not reset because you didn't save.
See, this
We
is where I
haven't seen
just
the
start-
reset yet, so
All right, he's playing it out.
on the plus side, we get to hear some cool music.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, I thought that was a reset too. That heart attack.
I remember this being so devastating as a kid too. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what is happening?
I mean, you go through this, you come face to face with the villain of the game. He one-shots your entire party. He kills Chrono, disintegrates his body, which, I mean, this was before Final Fantasy VII brought the whole, we're going to kill someone important to your game thing to life. This was one of the first games I played where the main character, your protagonist, would die. And that was a big deal. And then he destroys the world 12,000, 13,000 years early, only to go back underground and do it again later.
Hey, he's not buying anything.
I will say, as a vanilla game, Chrono Trigger just amazed me with its story, its design, and I am so thankful to people like Raster Cecil, Angrill, and whatnot for making Jets, doing Chrono Sanity, doing everything they can that keeps this game fresh and replayable over and over again. That is so awesome. So a big shout out to everyone who helped make Jets of Time be a real thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. You've got to... Oh, he only has a rock helm on Ayla.
Oh, get the Doom helm on. Oh no.
Yeah, put the Doom helm
Magnus.
on. Put the Doom helm on Magus and put the mermaids. Oh no! Don't go! Don't use the bucket. You'll have to fight the shell.
Uh-oh.
Crash the epic. Do the epic thing and crash the epoch. I'm 99% certain the shell is still alive.
All signs are pointing to the shells being alive.
But even if you have killed the shell before, and you so if you kill the shell, get inside the Lavos, use the gate to leave, and you come back via the bucket, you still see this cutscene. And you walk up to the shell, and then there's nothing there, and you walk in. But it's not dead. So no, he has to do the fight.
Yes, Kale Thunderwing. I do believe Final Fantasy VI does hold the mantle of the first of the boss, the big bad endgame boss wins and destroys the world, and it's a revenge story as opposed to preventing the end of the world story. Well, this is just sad. Akuheish crashed the epoch.
I mean, I can understand wanting to get your revenge on the shell.
You know, the thing with Final Fantasy VI is going back, I can't play it as much just because of the random encounters. I never realized how much random encounters bog down a game.
I was saying, Final Fantasy V killed a party member, but don't know if they came before CT. Final Fantasy V did come before CT, but only if you lived in Japan.
I have never played Final Fantasy V, so I don't even know anything about the story. And I feel like I can't say spoiler alert because that game is at least, like, 25 years old. Oh boy, this fight is not going very well.
No, Robo was trying to get the heal off, and turns out he heals only himself.
Yeah, and then he's going to be slow and getting obstacled, and then he's going to get attacked, and he's in a
this cycle again
right now. He's going to be down. He's got an elixir, or he's going to try and revive. But if he revives, then it's going to be another AoE attack.
But even if you elixir, you're going to be hit twice before you get another attack.
Nope, and then he's about to get AoE'd again right here. GG. I don't think he's getting an obstacle. Yeah, I was going to say, I think obstacle hits first.
Oh, that is so rough. And I see in our race that Akuheish has conceded that Lavos just has his number tonight.
Lavos got the best of him. It's still an incredible race from him, though.
That was still a very valiant attempt, an awesome race by all runners. I'm hoping we will get an invite out to Akuheish here soon. Maybe.
We'll see.
Either has the right comment, the future refused to change. That is very appropriate.
There he is.
Akash, GG. That was an amazing run with an unfortunate Lavos fight, and I know that was a rough ending, but still amazing play.
No, we can't hear you. Is your microphone muted? I hear signs of life from
Yeah,
over there.
I saw a light. I didn't hear anything, though. Okay, she's there. Well, we may be having some mic issues. All right, I don't know that we're going to be able to get the mic issues resolved, so we will say GG to Akash. Wait, maybe? I heard something for a brief second.
I can.
Well, I'm
yes,
hearing him.
we hear him. Maybe.
We did hear him.
We tried so hard. All right, so I don't know that we're going to be able to get that fixed. I think we probably do need to turn SpeedGaming back over to its owners for whatever it is they have coming up next. I know they have a schedule out there. I haven't seen what it is tonight, but I guess GG to you. It's a great race. GG to the other runners who I think have all left us at this point, but an amazing run. Big thanks to the SpeedGaming staff for hosting us, helping us with our technical difficulties early on, and a huge shout out to chat, all 200 plus of you coming by, seeing this, helping all of the SpeedGaming community, speedrunners, RPGs, everything, just being here. That's huge for all of us because we so enjoy getting to entertain everyone.
Yes, thank you to everybody. Congrats to all the runners. GG's on a great race. It was so much fun to commentate and watch, and that was probably one of the most exciting finishes that I've seen in a Jets run.
That was a great
That was
run.
like the Jets run.
And for everyone who's interested, this is available for everyone to get a hold of. You can either get it off of our Discord or the website that is out there. So do come by our Discord, come join the Just in Time community, come play games, come learn. We've got all sorts of things. If you played Chrono Trigger and you're like, well, it's been so long since I played it, come learn. If I never played Chrono Trigger, go play Chrono Trigger, then come back and join Jets. But do come join. It's a great time to be a part of it as we're all learning the Chrono Sanity, the boss randomizer, the new tab sanity. I mean, all sorts of new things coming out, so it's a great time to get started. Any last thoughts, Taco?
I don't really ever have a thought in my mind except that I love everyone in this community and everybody that helps us do that. That's all I'm ever thinking about. So,
all right. Well, for Taco here, I'm Corinth. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see you on our next run. See you then.
Good night, everybody.